Kelly, is there anything you hate talking about that you just don't want to get into it? And the dental thing, misconceptions, just that you want to avoid. Just tell me that. That's the easiest thing.
Not
Okay.
really.
Nothing really that chafes you or
No.
I don't want to talk about
Nope,
those
there's nothing really. Pretty easy going.
Earn points you can use toward flexible complementary maintenance.
Your criminal record's fine.
Yeah. No criminal record. Thank goodness. That is important to know.
Flexible complementary maintenance. When you buy or lease a new Ford and sign up for rewards. Roadside assistance is included for certain Ford owners and available to every person. Ford reserves the right to change program details without obligations. Visit your participating dealer.
That just says we're on YouTube and Facebook. That's what I meant.
Okay.
It's compatible with select smartphone platforms. Is available via download.
In between commercials, we always record.
Do you know what I love about Art of Granite? You can get price quotes on the phone. All you have to do is have some measurements and a photo. Give them a call, 303-386-5919. Art of Granite supplies premier designer countertops and cabinets. A direct importer of stone, granite, and quartz and other natural stone, and all solid surfaces. Visit their showroom in Golden. Get your wholesale countertop material, custom edges, sinks, cabinets, and you'll love the work they do. They'll make an appointment right then, and from the templating appointment, it takes just 1 week for installation. Serving Denver Metro and the mountain communities. And when you have the kitchen done, they do the bathroom free. And they tear out and haul away everything free. Artofgranite.net. 303-386-5919. That's 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Now, I'm not a believer in full mouth cosmetic dentistry when you have dental problems. Get the don't cover up bad stuff.
Right.
Okay, we're on the same. I think I told you that one time. I love the thing called the new orthodontics, Dr. Ken Lawson, but I don't see why I can't endorse both of you because you do cosmetic dentistry where it's called for, but you would never just cover up all this bad sleep apneas or narrow palates. Okay, so and he does it. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he really is a pioneer.
Yeah.
He expands the palate.
He
expands the palate with mouthpieces.
An adult.
No surgeries, mouthpieces.
Yeah.
That straightens the teeth. Then he does Invisalign. Now, even after all of that, see, people do sometimes want cosmetic,
Yeah.
but they got the main problems corrected.
Yeah.
Now, Suzanne didn't have problems. She just had cosmetic. Right.
And now there are people who have problems that don't want to go get them fixed.
Right. But
They understand.
I understand.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as they understand.
But what I don't understand is why they do that. Because
Yeah.
here's why. Because it's cheaper to get his method for 2 years and get it over with,
Yeah.
and then have you do the lighter cosmetic. Because cosmetic is expensive compared to, I mean, in my opinion, it's not a medical opinion, but I'm thinking cosmetic is for finishing touches and for the front grill or for different. But why would you bother covering up stuff which would cost more than correcting? Just correct it. Now, have you done cases where your husband does some implants and then you do the cosmetic afterwards?
Apply online in just 10 minutes. Get a free instant quote now at ethoslife.com.
Yeah.
That's ethoslife.com. ethoslife.com.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. You can hear Ross Kaminsky tackle the liberal left. Weekday mornings 5 to 10.
Hitting 630 KHOW.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show anywhere. I say that so much I feel like a broken record, but really it is. Because we talk about everything, really. You know, I used to say consumer problems. We talk about consumer problems, but anything at all to do with money and life, day-to-day life. So we've been handling a lot of stuff that has to do with employment or neighbor versus neighbor or even family matters where we can recommend a psychologist or someone who needs help. We have had kids failure to launch and help them. So really this is a life show. Everything about life. I've been doing it for so long. It's like, it's just a natural thing for me to offer advice. I'll be walking through a store and hear people talking. I walk up and say, "Excuse me." No. And then they say, "What is this of your business?" Anyway, if you need help, please call, because that's what I thrive on, 303-713-TALK. I will get to your calls within 5 minutes, or you call us on it, and if you call us on it, you'll get lunch as a common man on the show. I use the common man as a joke. It's really just inviting our audience in to see what we do. We call them common men because I said I plucked them from the great unwashed and then let them bask in radio glory. And the only requirements is that you listen to the show and you love and adore me. No other requirements. So if I don't get you in 5 minutes, not counting breaks, let me know. We have a guest today, Avenue Dental Studio. Dr. Kelly's with us, Lamoureux. I'll just use Dr. Kelly because Dr. Kelly does general practice of dentistry with her husband, Dr. Jerem, and they have 2 offices, Monument and Denver. But what I love about what she does is she does really a full, complete dental practice, including cosmetic dentistry that Suzanne had. And then also they do general dentistry, and they have a $59 clean X-ray and examination, which is unbelievable for new patients. So we'll be talking about that. Now, as far as dentistry, I want to explain, things. What people mostly want is a nice smile. That's what most people want, a nice smile. You can tell when people don't show their teeth or they hold their hand over their mouth, and there are different ways to achieve it. You hear me talking a lot about Dr. Kent Lawson, the new orthodontics. And then we talk about cosmetic dentistry. And you often hear me say, why do a whole mouthful of cosmetic dentistry if you have serious problems? And we're going to address that with Dr. Kelly. Because people say, well, wait a minute now. You love Dr. Kelly and what she's doing for Suzanne, but then you talk about orthodontics. And then, of course, conventional orthodontics, I just don't like at all. They do a good job. I just don't like them. I like this new approach that Kent Lawson has, the new orthodontics. For my kids are on that, and adults can do it in a more aggressive way. And then I also like what Dr. Kelly does because she doesn't cover up problems. We'll talk about it, okay? Anyway, Monica, what is happening with you, Monica? And then we'll say hi to Dr. Kelly. What's going on, Monica?
Hi, Tom. This is Monica Ross.
Yeah.
I got ripped off by trying to get myself a reliable vehicle. I'm a massage therapist here in town in Colorado Springs.
What about a therapist? You are?
I am a massage therapist. I'm actually even in session with a nice lady right now, but I got ripped off trying to get myself a car.
Okay, so you want to undo the deal, or explain the deal. Where'd you buy it?
Okay, first of all, my...
New or used, by the way, new or used?
I ended up buying I wanted to buy a brand new 2009
I understand
Honda
that,
Pilot.
and none of that matters right now. What do you have? What did you buy?
I leased. I was talked into leasing a 2019 Pilot, which I would have been glad to buy that.
By the way, hold on, Monica. In many cases, leasing is better. Okay? In many cases, there's nothing wrong with a lease. The only problem with a lease is with the dealer when they do an acquisition. They usually charge too much because lease payments are artificially low, so then they use that as a way to pack that payment and get you to pay more than if you would have purchased it. But aside from that, the actual structure of a lease is better than a purchase in most cases. But I want to analyze what you did. First of all, did you trade in a car?
Yes, I ended up taking the leased Pilot to Mike Maroney Honda because I couldn't get any response from Freedom anymore.
Hold on a second. I'm not asking that. I'm asking when you leased this Pilot.
No, I did not. I did not, Tom, because I had told the salesman how my engine had just blown on my vehicle, so I tried to replace it with a used vehicle, and that transmission went out.
Yeah, but these stories don't have to do with the transaction, right? It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just, I mean, none of this matters. I
read the email. She got suckered into a lease.
Okay.
But then worse, she turned around, sold it back, I think, took a $6,000 hit, and then bought one.
Well, here's the deal, Monica.
Get out of the lease because I only wanted to finance the car.
Monica, listen,
yes,
you already made a major mistake, and here's what it is. Let me explain this very clearly. There is never, and I mean never, never a good way to terminate a lease early. In fact, you always lose major money. The best thing you could have done is renegotiate the lease or keep the lease. By you going and terminating the lease somewhere else, I'm going to tell you this up front so I don't just waste your time. There's probably nothing we can do about what Freedom did in that original lease if that lease is now terminated. If you now terminated it, you lost, I don't even understand this, because the money you lost, you would have saved major money keeping the lease over doing this. Why did you do it?
Because nobody explained it to me the way you just did. They told me something different.
Let me explain what a lease is for those listening. If you take an apple, you can buy the apple, and you can eat part of it, sell part of it when you're done. You can take a loan on it, but you take a loan on the whole apple. If you lease it, and what a lease does is it says, how long do you want that apple? I want it for 3 or 4 years. Okay, how much are you going to eat during that 3 or 4 years? I'm going to eat half of it. Okay, then we're only going to finance the half that you're eating, and providing you keep the terms of the lease, we will buy the other half from you back for exactly a predetermined price. That is what a lease is. Now, what you did is terminated it early and got socked with all the penalties. This is very, very, very unfortunate. When did you terminate the lease?
On May 25th.
Okay. Did they send the paperwork through at this other dealership? Did they send it all through? Because if there was a way that you could get your if they still have the paperwork there, and you could just take it back like it never happened, and then pay this dealer some kind of fee, it would be better than what you're doing.
Thank you. I will be glad to do that. I really appreciate it.
But you got to ask them, Monica. They may have already sent through the paperwork. Now, here's what you say to them. Look, I have lost a major amount of money by terminating this lease, which, by the way, they should have told you. And I'm talking about the new dealer. Who's the new dealer?
Mike Maroney Honda.
Okay. You should say to Maroney Honda, listen, I did a major faux pas by getting rid of this. If you didn't send the paperwork through yet, I want to get the lease back and undo this deal, and I will pay you. Since you're losing about $6,000 by terminating this lease, offer to pay them $1,000 to get out of this.
Thank you. I will be glad to do that.
And then when you get that lease, I can show you how we can try to renegotiate it. What I want to know is, what was so bad about the lease?
I just started realizing it was going to cost me $42,000 to lease the pilot. When I originally just wanted to buy it brand new, it was $37,000.
Okay, I will tell you that if that's the case, then they oversold you. But most cases, people are not truly figuring the lease properly. If you send us the original paperwork, okay, we'll see if Freedom Honda did anything fraudulently, okay? If they did something fraudulently, then it's most likely not, but if they did, we can find it.
They didn't fraudulently do anything on the lease. They just told me untruths to get me to sign it.
Okay, well, that's called fraud in the inducement if you could prove it. But Monica, listen carefully. Please go to Maroney. Please go to them. What did you pay? You had to pay about, Mark, how did you know she lost about $6,000?
I saw the email.
But how do you know she lost $6,000?
I think in the email it said it was about $6,000.
How did you figure you lost $6,000?
Because Mike Maroney Honda bought it from Freedom for $36,000 and some, and now they count it as a used car that they can only sell for $30,000.
I'm asking you, how do you know you lost?
They added it. I went ahead and bought a pre-owned Honda CR-V from Mike Maroney that same day. I was getting out of the lease because I just wanted to purchase
Monica.
And they built in $6,000 in negative.
Did they build in
$6,000?
Okay. I have to explain something. You have so totally screwed yourself. So totally.
I know, sir.
But why did you do it? Why would you take now you're $6,000 more in debt and you have a used car?
Yes.
But why did you do it? Give me an idea.
Because I overbought by signing the lease. I screwed up.
But why did you think adding $6,000 would help you?
I didn't realize I was adding 6,000
Okay.
until later that day. I was in
right.
a fog, and I trusted
Monica,
these
listen.
professionals to tell me the truth.
I will always tell you the truth. I don't mean to keep telling you over and over how you screwed yourself.
Tell me again. Tell me again. I need to know.
What I'm going to say is this.
You screwed yourself.
Please call them.
I did. That's why I'm calling you guys.
Monica, or get the name of the salesperson and the finance guy, and maybe Mark will talk to him, because here's why. Even if you have to pay them $1,000, really, try to get out of this. It's possible they didn't send the paperwork through. Please, there was a holiday. Call them and call us back. I'm Tom Martino. This is what we do.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
There's quite a few slow spots that remain on the highway drive in the metro area.
What is up, Doc?
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. Good. This is super fun, seeing how this works.
I think they had her payments at $900 a month.
I think that was wrong on the lease. I think that was wrong, though. I don't think her payments were actually $900.
For a pilot? You could, wow.
Oh, man, people get okey-doked.
Well, it sounds like
total okey-doked. Hey, we've got a new mic. How's it working?
Okay, call Ed Francis. He must have me on automation. He's now sent me 10 emails saying exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Over. No,
that means I probably have them. No, I don't have them. Why would you? Am I copied in them?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's your problem.
Haven't got any feedback, yes.
Let's talk about the Hormone Bros. That's what I call them, the Hormone Bros. They are three brothers who got together and made a clinic for optimizing hormones and for doing some cosmetic procedures like Juvederm and Botox, and they also do fillers and they do micro thread lifts. Now these are amazing. For a few $100s you can lift areas of your face, and here's what happens. Your collagen is stimulated, so it tends to stay there, and it's less than, well, like $500 in some cases, you know, less than 1,000, but it's from anywhere from 300 to 1,000. Also, listen to this. These guys use BioT treatment, the most natural delivery of hormones, through pellet therapy. I'm talking about three brothers at 470 in Ken Carroll called thehormonebros.com.
Did you see Aladdin?
Every pig has a backstory of who you're giving the steak to.
Yay, nay, Thomas? Did you see Aladdin?
No.
What did you think about it?
I haven't seen it. John Wick?
See it.
You guys wore matching shirts.
Where?
Every time I send him, he sends, like, every time I said, do you want recorded? He sends the same thing, and I've been getting him every 5 minutes, and he better fucking stop it, because now I'm getting fucking pissed. I'm getting pissed.
Book smart. The hustle. The hustle. I know how to do the hustle. Intruder. What's the Intruder about? I think I saw that actually.
Are you going to the movie?
Yeah, we've got this movie pass. Suzanne and I go constantly.
What's a
you
movie
can't get
pass?
a better deal. So AMC. You get 3 movies a week, any of their theaters. You know, it doesn't matter if it's IMAX, 3D, any of it. But it's got to be an AMC theater, and you can still pick out your seats. You know, get the recliners, do everything. So, and it's $19 bucks a month.
Oh, that's
it's the price of one IMAX, basically.
Yeah, especially if you like to go a lot. That's a good deal.
The Dolby, there's not an AMC in Monument, though, I bet.
Well, we're in Castle Rock. There's an AMC
I thought you
there.
guys lived... Yeah, there's an AMC there.
There's an AMC,
but it's the shittiest AMC ever.
So you drive into it somewhere.
Yeah, but it's 15 minutes to Lone Tree. So
Lone Tree,
and
the
they
other...
Have their,
we
do
go
they have
to
one there?
Highlands Ranch,
yeah.
Parker.
Those
but
are
Parker's
far.
like the other, like Castle Rock. It's old school.
Yeah, I know. We don't have the reclining chairs. It's like you can't reserve your seat.
You can't get a beer. Can't get a...
Did you guys show your license with it?
Yes, they don't mess around. I mean, not one time have they not checked the ID, and it's got to match perfectly. So I'm going to have Miles change his name tomorrow.
Very light the last 2 days.
last 2 days.
Better not be annoying.
No, it's not Nomi.
What's the number that you call in? I should put that on my Insta story.
303 Martino.
That's what I should do. They can just call in with questions.
Denver Chalk Art Festival. No.
Oh, you gotta go to that. It's great.
Yeah. This looks... Where is Larimer?
Hey, how many games did you play with Jay after I left?
I think 2.
You guys have a good time?
Yeah, I think Jay's going to be good. He hasn't played for a while, right?
Jay who?
Brett.
Oh, yeah, he's very sick. He's very sick, and he has cardiology.
Yeah, Eric is pretty good.
But I was...
I beat Jay.
But that Eric is pretty good, huh?
Ross beat Eric.
I know, because I think you're
Guys,
he was
who's Eric?
He was one of our common.
We're
up.
He did that car stuff.
Carlo. This hour brought
to you by One Clear Choice Doors. Oh my God, these guys are unbelievable. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. I had them do some garage door openers for me. This is about the 3rd or 4th time they've done it. And the service is outstanding, the prices, everything. The free inspections I had done first. With no obligation, you can have them done too. And they go through everything. So if you're wondering about your garage door, and by the way, garage doors need service every now and then. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Let's go and talk. Okay, we rubbed Monica's nose in that lease enough. We're going to, she has homework to do, so we're done with her. She has homework to do. She's going to send us the lease, and she's going to call Maroney, where she made the latest purchase. Now, we have Dr. Kelly with us. Dr. Kelly Lamoureux, she's a dentist. She does cosmetic procedures and general dentistry. What would you say the ratio is to your general dentistry over your cosmetic dentistry?
Over cosmetic?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, probably 70% general dentistry, 30% cosmetic.
Okay, and in general dentistry, you do basically everything, right?
We do everything. We see kids and families. I have 4 kids myself, so love families, kids. We do crowns, fillings, routine cleanings, all of that.
But what you really got famous for, you love talking about, is you were pregnant, had kids, and then you were really you were like dismayed over your body because of the your abs.
Yes.
And you said, "Wait a minute, I got to do something." Right.
Well, I had 4 kids in 5 years, and after I had my 4th, I lost 48 pounds. And I looked great, but I still looked pregnant months after, and I couldn't figure out why.
When you say you lost 48,
yes.
What is your normal weight? Like, was it 48 heavy? Were you a heavy person? Okay, so you lost 48 pounds, but still looked flabby.
I did, but I mean, I was skinny before I had kids, but I was overweight throughout that time of having kids.
Okay, so what happened?
So I lost weight. I looked good, but I still looked pregnant. I couldn't figure it out. And I would ask my doctor. My trainer didn't know. Couldn't get, I was doing all kinds of crunches, trying to get things looking good, and still.
And you went online, and you could not find anything specifically from moms who had babies.
Nope, nothing.
Why couldn't you just do a regular ab workout? There's plenty of those.
Well, I did, and what I didn't know is that was making things worse.
Why?
Well, after I researched and looked, I came across this condition called diastasis recti, which is abdominal separation that, Tom, more than 80% of women get postpartum. They get it during pregnancy, and it remains.
A depression, you mean?
No.
Oh, no, postpartum, meaning body.
Body. After having the baby,
postpartum
they get
body.
this abdominal separation. And the thing is
that, but postpartum itself just means after.
Just after baby.
Yeah.
Having your babies. And the thing is, when I found this condition, my youngest is now 7. When I was looking into it about 5 years ago, no doctors were talking about it. My personal trainer had no idea what it was.
So how did you begin to research abs?
Well, I started researching on the internet, and I came across a couple physical therapists that talked about it.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is why I can't get my abs flat. This is why I still look pregnant. And what actually happens is the connective tissue between both sides of the abs thins out, and it stretches and gets thin. So And this isn't just a cosmetic problem. This is that when this happens, your organs aren't supported. You get lower back pain. It is a health problem.
A lot of women have to have their bladder suspended and surgeries because of it, right?
Yes. So the ab separation is related to pelvic floor issues too.
Yes.
Everything's interrelated. So, but the doctors weren't talking about this. My personal trainer should have known about it. They weren't talking about it. My OB wasn't talking about this. So I went on this journey of wanting to heal my abs, researched like crazy, I studied under 2 physical therapists, used the techniques to heal my own abs, and created.
So now you became certified because you're a DDS, a doctor of dentistry.
Yes.
And then you also went on to be a certified fitness
I did.
trainer?
So I started doing fitness competitions, and I fell in love with fitness. So I'm a sports nutritionist, all because I'm passionate about it, and I just wanted to learn more, and a certified personal trainer, pre- and postnatal exercise specialist.
And you actually have a program that you sell online?
Yes.
Okay, so, but you do a lot of Instagram. You have a huge following.
I do.
And what is your handle on Instagram?
Yes, my Instagram is Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4.
That's a mouthful. So doctor as in DR?
DR.
Dr.
Kelly. Kelly.
Fit Mom of 4.
Yes.
And is it the number 4?
Yes, number 4.
Wouldn't you, Mom of, man, that's, okay. Enough people find you, so I should keep my mouth shut. So
yeah, I was going to say 100,000 followers.
No, but I'm saying that's weird. Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4. I guess if they find different
well, there's all the names are taken, and I wanted to get who I am in that name. So it's long, but it captures me.
Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4, and you show exercises on that?
I do. I post free workout videos all the time, free information, and I also have a program that I sell that's really affordable.
And do you have real before and after shots of other people?
I do. And here's the thing, is that some people need surgery for this condition, but most surgeons will tell you surgery is the only option, and I prove to you that that's not true.
Okay, cool. And you know, abs are the #1 request from fitness instructors. For fitness instructors and personal trainers, they tell me that people are concerned about abs. Everyone wants great abs, great abs. The number 2 for men is their breast, or whatever you call it, their chest. They don't want to sag like a woman, and as they get older, and what they don't realize is not all of that is exercise and diet. Some of it's just plain hormones. You're fighting against estrogen. And pecs. And if you don't, pecs. Thank you, Mark. That's what. So
and men can get ab separation too, and children. Heavy power lifters have used my program because they can get it.
So anyway, if you have any questions on that as well as dentistry, give us a call. Now, Crystal wants to talk about an HOA. What are we talking about, Crystal?
What's going on is I just purchased a condominium.
Okay.
I closed last Thursday.
Okay, should I congratulate you? Are you happy?
I'm happy anyway.
Okay, what happened?
Well, the outside of it, the HOA isn't doing anything. So
now, before you bought it, did you do some due diligence about the HOA and about the problems, and did you notice these? Okay, you just went ahead and bought. Now, what are your dues?
My dues are $300 a month.
Now, how about what are they supposed to do for that $300 first? What are they supposed to do?
As far as what I'm looking at, there's no lighting in the parking lot.
No, I'm asking you, what are they supposed to do by bylaws? What are do? For example, do you get trash pickup?
They do the trash pickup, but they don't pick up the big stuff.
Okay, I'm asking what's included in the bylaws for the $300. Trash. What else?
Trash, courtyard. Maintaining all of the outside of the building.
Landscaping. What about water?
Water. They do the water.
In other words,
some amenities.
In other words, that's your water bill is included in that?
Yes.
Okay, what about you but not heat or not anything else, right?
Not heat.
Not electric.
Electric, not electric.
And they're supposed to do all exterior maintenance, right?
That's correct.
Okay, now let's get to what they're not doing.
None of it.
Come on now.
The only thing I have my water. Everything's good on the inside. It's just the outside looks atrocious.
Well, you knew that, though. You looked at it when you were buying it. Did you think to yourself, this looks atrocious?
Yes, and I know I made a mistake on that part, but I'm thinking maybe they just start selling these places as condominiums, and they were going to come in.
Is it a conversion, dear? In other words, is it a rental complex converted to condo?
Yes.
How old is the building or the buildings?
1980.
Okay, hold on. We got more coming up. Hold on.
Tom, 1 minute, Century RV short. Century RV short.
Short.
Sean Hannity at 1, KHOW, Denver. This report is sponsored by Whispering Pines, Southeast Aurora's best kept
Not getting any
for you.
feedback asking that, so I'll probably have to listen to it tonight.
Eastbound I-70,
Yeah, that'd be the
heading
best.
towards Kennedy Boulevard, it's slow around the airport due to construction there. Westbound I-70, slow in the elevated portion. Solid backups on westbound 270 approaching Vasquez.
You think we should?
I-25 slow both directions sporadic.
Yes, sir. What?
In the middle?
I think it picks up pretty good. I don't know, man.
Because you're gonna be
Down in here, it's going to be black.
Guys, are we getting complaints? Is this the
No.
issue?
But you're the loudest.
I'm not the loudest by any means.
We're off scale. No.
Off the air you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I am not.
Now listen, that's not a debate. It just is or not.
No, that's not true. I agree it's not a debate. It's
if we
not.
put a sound meter in here during the commercials, you're the loudest.
Not true.
Bet?
I think what you're saying is my voice
Except if I put a
carries.
meter in here,
I've got more of a
that's
broadcasting
then
voice.
you are louder, Mark.
No. The sound carries further.
30 seconds, Century RV.
Certain tones are better. Right?
I guess.
No comment.
I wish we had like a box in the middle we just sit on the very top.
What do you mean?
If we had like a little...
Or, you know what? I bet this takes a normal,
Guys, thank you. CentryRV.com. We have them right here in our backyards. Yeah, backyards. Lakewood and up north near Longmont. And people come from all over the country because they shop the internet and find great prices right there. And you can find them by a short drive. They're out in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's, and up north on the 119 turnoff to Longmont on that frontage road. You'll find the best prices, especially on Cougars. They have Class A's, Class B's, Class C's, Class D, E, F, G, 8. No, I'm just kidding. They have a bunch of stuff, new and used, 303-453-1111, CentryRV.com.
Sorry. Okay, Mark, remember when you had to get your windshield replaced and they had to recalibrate the windshield?
I went way over.
That was because of the heads-up display,
Yes.
right?
No, it's because of all this.
All of it.
Oh,
Everything.
okay,
Sensors,
because
everything.
this guy is on because he
Everything.
doesn't have heads-up, but he has the front-end collision assist like my car, and they want to recalibrate his windshield.
course.
Because of that, he goes, I just wonder if they're pulling a fast one.
No, they're
mine
supposed
does
to.
that too.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have him on. I was trying to get Premium Auto Glass on as an expert.
I would love,
Oh,
I
that's
would
what I
love
do.
that. I would love that.
Because he's calling about Safe Light, just going, I don't know if that's right. So anyway, okay. We could go bowling instead.
I was looking at that, actually.
Boy, how romantic.
So cute.
We love bowling.
How romantic.
I got a 219 or 229. I finally hit the 200 club, yes.
Oh my, I'm never bowling with you.
It's the only time I've ever done it. One game.
100.
I had
I
like
just do it for fun.
I had like 4
No,
strikes
no,
in a
I'll tell you,
row.
Mark.
Then spare, strike.
Wait a minute.
Would you
Will
use
we
the
ever
bumper
will we
slope?
ever run across it? I'll annihilate you. I always do.
Oh.
298.
No
You
way.
guys have
Just
your
like
balls?
just like this racquetball game.
But it takes 3 games.
All added together.
I told him a story one time where I was bragging about a sport I knew no one could ever prove
Yeah.
because I would never like be there like pool or something like that. And it was a cribbage or some weird game. No, that's a card game. It was some kind of weird game. I said, oh yeah, man, is there a squash or there's some kind of racket? And I knew I'd never run across it. And I said, I'm an expert on this, on that, and blah blah blah. How great I am. and sure as shit, he said, oh, there's a court right down the street. And I went, oh. So I figured it's safe to tell them I can annihilate them at
almost anything, I'll never see them.
Did you ask Ross how he liked playing that guy, Eric?
What's that?
Did you ask Ross how he liked playing?
How do you find so many people?
I did not.
Now, when you did you guys, were you always playing, or did you have one court only?
No, we had 2 courts.
2 courts,
But
either
you
3 or head-on-head
could
and
have 6
another one.
Courts. I mean, they have
They
like
don't
10.
No, but you guys took 2 courts,
Yeah.
so you always had 4 playing, or more. Did
4
you do
or 5,
doubles?
right. Doubles.
We had
and,
5 people.
Yeah.
You can have 5 on 1 court?
No.
No, of course not. How many can you have most?
4.
Of course, I should know this being a
I don't like that.
Yeah,
4.
no, I thought you were
To
really
me, it's
good at
crowded.
this.
It's way too crowded. And it's,
4 would be 2 on each side, or you don't do a cutthroat with 4.
no, partners.
Can you do a cutthroat with 3?
Yeah.
You can.
Yep.
That
so
would be
we
great.
normally play. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. No, that's not bad. It's just that 4 to me.
Now,
is crowded.
cutthroat with 3, does a third, do you guys rotate?
Yes. And everybody has their own score.
But generally, what I prefer is Iron Man, where it's me versus 3 other people.
No, what's the most you can do on Iron Man? 1 versus
3.
2?
Yeah.
Or 1, 3? Oh, okay. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
Oh, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK.
Listen, this problem with an HOA and not doing stuff, this is age old. We get it all the time. There's not much we can do except call them and say, hey, you know, we're getting some complaints, but that's what I'm saying, complaints with an S. Do you have neighbors that feel the same?
I really haven't spoke to anyone. Everyone that I speak to, they don't have an HOA because they're renting their apartment.
They're renting. See, this is the problem, Crystal. You went into a place where probably the HOA has been pretty dormant because they don't get a hard time. They're not like, you know, they're not held to task. And I think what you need to do is get at least a couple other owners who are concerned. Do you have photographs of the deficiencies?
Yeah.
And is it something that when somebody looks at it, they'd go, oh, my goodness, or is it just not nice? There's a difference. Is it really like...
Oh, my goodness.
Really? Okay. If you send us photos and we can possibly find some hazards or safety or security issues... Now, Dano, why are you frowning?
Well, so, Crystal, when's the next HOA meeting? You need to go to that and voice your complaints.
Yeah,
there.
have you ever do they have meetings?
They haven't contacted me at all.
They don't. What's that?
I bet they don't.
They don't have to contact you. You know that, right?
Well, I wouldn't know what time meetings are or anything.
Well, it's up to you to find out.
On the board.
It's up to you.
That's why I'm trying to talk to them.
Yeah.
The guy Nick that owns the company, his mind stays busy.
Crystal, we have 2 things usually: an HOA. And then a management company. You have to find out either one of those, talk to them, and say, hello, I would like to know when your next meeting is, and at least find out when the meetings are. And I want you to send me photographs of the oh my goodness stuff, really. Both close and wide shots. Now, you can go to the title company. If you just closed on this, Crystal, listen carefully. Go to the title company that closed you and ask them for a contact at the HOA or management company. They will have it there because they had to coordinate it, okay? And then call them and find out when the next meeting is. Then send me photos. Alexis, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I was on the line with you a while back with the issue of being overcharged for my rent by $40.
Tom, and then remember she had a 60-day out but gave him notice at 48 days and wanted to charge her a bunch of money for that. Do you recall that?
Yeah, they wanted to charge her for the full month.
Yeah, like $500 something, although they were charging her more than $40 extra a month than what her lease said.
Right. Right, and they had I said, how the hell did that happen? That they were charging you more, and how did it happen? Did they explain it?
They didn't. All they told me when she called this morning was what they're going to do to solve it, and that was kind of it. She said that they weren't able to find anything for the washer and dryer. When I spoke with Daphne, you had said that Chris mentioned that to you. Chris didn't speak with me, though. I haven't spoken to her.
Tom, bottom line is
what is
that usually their tenants sign an addendum to the lease for $40 extra a month for washer and dryer. They could not produce that signed document for us, so they were overcharging her for a long time.
Now, let me get this straight then. They charge $40 a month for access to a community washer and dryer, or that's you mean for a separate one?
I think it's right in her apartment, right, Alexis?
Yes.
Yes, but
so
they
you
couldn't.
okay?
Yeah.
I understand. So you actually do have a washer and dryer.
Yes.
Okay. So now what are they going to do?
They are going to reimburse us the money we have paid for the washer and dryer, but we are still going to be responsible for being late with the 60-day notice. We did do a 48-day notice, but not the 68-day notice.
And it's fair.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
It's not great, but
that's
it's fair.
Yeah, of course it is. If you didn't give the 60-day notice as required, you should be charged accordingly. But at the same time, they're refunding the other money. So, you know, looking at the scales of justice, it looks like it's okay. You may not be happy with that, but, you know, I don't know what to tell you, Alexis. It's the way it is. I mean, those notices, they really care. They really do, and they use it almost as an excuse. Okay, we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Or, of course, if you're listening or streaming online, 303, hey, James, it's us, man, you're on. If you're listening online, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Hello, James.
Hello, Tom.
What's going on, bro?
Well, I have a brand new 2019 Toyota CHR with a front camera. It doesn't give me heads-up display, but it does do things like tell me to brake if I'm too close to a vehicle in front of me, and if I have it in cruise control.
I love all of the safety features nowadays. What's happening, man?
Well, so everything works great, but recently I had my windshield replaced because it had gotten chipped from Facelight replaced it. And they did a great job, but they said, oh, but they're not done yet. I need to bring it in to get the front camera recalibrated.
Well, why didn't they do that?
Because they had suggested that I do the mobile repair, and not knowing that it has a front camera, and I should have actually just brought it into the...
I'm not sure. Is it an actual camera in the windshield? I'm not sure.
There is. It's
in the actual windshield? No way.
No, it's not in the actual windshield. You can see it from the windshield. And they said that because they're...
You generally have to get these recalibrated, though.
Yeah. Nowadays, changing a windshield is a big deal. Hold on. We have an expert on our referral list at referralist.com, Rob Knight. They do a splendid job at Premium Auto Glass. Now, Rob... what about changing?
Tom.
Hey, man, what about changing windshields in today's world?
As far as the calibration?
Yeah, like how? Some are worse than others, I'm sure. But can you go through in general what the new industry is like?
Sure, it is becoming more and more frequent, Tom, especially with the late model stuff. Things like the late model Audis and some other, say, some imports, more of the higher end cars. They require a dealer calibration. Sometimes they can sit on a rack for half a day. It's time consuming. It's very expensive. But in general, and what we do is we don't detach the camera. We don't move the camera. And most of the time, it's going to be you're going to get a clear code, and it's going to be okay for going down the road, and your system should.
But aren't there other things that need to be calibrated, or is it just that cam?
It's just the system that connects with that camera.
When you did mine, you guys had to send it to the dealer. Why'd you do that? I mean, it was covered anyhow under my progressive policy, but I'm curious why mine had to be done.
Yours was a Hyundai, was it, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got that really cool one, you know, with it does everything.
Yeah, that thing goes at least, 60 miles an hour, I think.
Oh, this guy.
But, Rob, no, he has all the bells and whistles, so what does that mean?
Some of those they go ahead and throw a code when you exchange the windshield, and sometimes you just got to do it. But we find that for the most part, if you don't disconnect anything, that's the key element. You don't move it, you don't disconnect. and you're usually good to go. But it is becoming more and more prevalent with the late model stuff.
How would we know if it's good to go or not? Is there an error signal or code you get?
There is.
Okay, James, what is your question? What is your question for our expert now that he's on?
Well, my question is basically, despite their suggestion and already scheduled appointment to bring it in to get calibrated, I'm not getting any errors. I took it on the highway. It's alerting me there's a car in front. It's regulating my speed when I have it in cruise control.
It could be that they didn't mess around with it.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, do I really need to take it in? Because to me, it would just be another opportunity for my insurance to get billed, and why do that if I don't need?
Some of that is excessive, James. What's the year and model of your car?
2019 CHR Limited.
Okay.
You know, I'd argue if he's already paying the deductible, I mean, what's the difference? It's not going to be any bigger of a claim. Wouldn't it all be one claim?
Of course it would.
It would be one claim.
I would have it done. I would have it at least checked. I would for sure have it checked.
It could be in a 19. It's better to be safe than sorry, because, again, the late model stuff is more prevalent. You probably are right because it's not showing any kind of error or code in it. But if you've got a little bit of time, it can't hurt either, just as an extra safety measure.
Sure. My concern was, well, gee, if they didn't really mess with the camera,
right?
And I'm not having.
Yeah, you heard them. If they don't mess with it, then yeah. And now let me ask you this: do you not like this place? And you would, and if it needed calibrated, maybe you trust someone else to do it. Is that what you're getting at?
No, I don't have a problem. They've replaced windshields in other cars in the past.
Okay, then let them check it, bro, because it really should be at least checked.
Let's check out that Bolero.
No, you can, absolutely.
Because that happened to my Audi. My Audi has to be calibrated. I have to go to the dealership.
And that's what you call it, an Audi?
Yeah, I know it's an Audi.
We call them Audis.
I know. I always call my Audi. I don't know. What is it?
What is
it? Is it an Audi or is it an Audi?
I think it's an Audi. I don't know. The internet will tell us.
Yeah, of course it will. And it's always right.
I always say Audi. But
2 foot long.
Is it an Innie or an Audi?
Mega Coney dog.
What are you looking at?
2 feet.
Are you hungry this morning?
It's a lot of bread.
Okay, guys, I got to just do a
thing here.
Boy. 6:30 K-How. Join the grand opening of the Outlook Community Center.
That can't be a real thing.
Aurora's best kept secret for new homes, starting in the 400s. Tour the models and register to win a getaway to Devil's Thumb Ranch. Stop by Saturday, June 1st from 10 to 3. Go to lifeinthepines.co.uk.
If you want a really good chance of being ripped off with your HVAC, your electric, your plumbing, or any other part of your house, those home services, just blindly call based on a list you see. But if you want the best of the best, fix it 24/7. Good people, great quality products, excellent service. How much more can I say? Fix it 24/7. I have them do work at my home. Now listen, you can always find cheaper, and you can find a guy in a pickup truck with it working out of the back of his car, but here's the deal: licensed, bonded, insured, and trained to do the best. For $39, they will inspect and clean out your AC to get it in tip-top shape for the heating system, for the heating season. $39, and we're talking a no breakdown guarantee, and they go through it extensively they take it apart to the extent they can. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. Fixmyhome.com.
Hey guys, Kim here from Income Store. Did you know of the top 10 reasons an employee stays at a company for more than 2 years? The 7th reason is the pay or the salary. The first 6 reasons have nothing to do with money. Things like they feel part of a team, they know they belong, their voice is heard, they're respected. Also, employees go through.
So you didn't talk to Ross about how he likes playing with that?
No, I didn't. I'm going to ask him though. Did you? I figured you would. I wasn't here.
No, he was already out.
Duran.
Because I think he does a lot of hinders. I was just going to ask him about that.
So
because he's used to doubles.
Who plays really well?
This guy Eric.
Eric, really.
Our common man.
Yeah.
Who is he again? Which one?
Backhand.
Is he the F&I? The F&I expert?
Yes.
I like him. He went out and helped that elderly lady.
Sure did.
What a good guy. And good guy.
He's not used to the altitude yet because he came from Sacramento, which is basically.
So he was,
Wait, he hasn't been around a long time?
2 months.
He's only been in town 2 months?
County Line.
And we found him. That's pretty cool.
Where is County Line? Thornton, North Glen, Denver. What is the bowling alley over by, no, the one over by, it might be a Bolero, but by the mall, Park Meadows, do you know?
The bowling alley?
Bolero.
Like Bolero, that's what it is. How do you know?
Got it. She lives in Highlands Ranch.
No, but how do you know that?
Because it used to be a different name.
It used to be Brunswick.
Brunswick, and the Bolero, they have a cool car in there.
Where would it be?
Like
so that would be...
It's right across from the movie.
No, I know where it is, but Lone Tree?
Yeah, Lone Tree.
Okay.
No, they got bumpers? Because I know you like the bumpers on
They have bumpers.
Good.
But the one in Highlands Ranch then would be what?
Interquest?
County Line in Littleton?
Oh,
is that
no,
Interquest?
That's... I thought that was AMF.
It's right in front of the Highlands Ranch Theater.
It's right on University.
There's so many.
But what address? I know it's a Bolero. Would it be County Line? No.
Yes.
It would be.
Yes.
So it's
Is
this
it
one right
coming
here.
up?
Okay.
You
County Line University.
Yeah.
Is Susanna the bowler?
She's pretty good actually.
Is
She
she over
averages. Oh yeah. Not by a ton, but she's had She's had some 150s.
Dang.
If we play 3 games, I'd say her average is maybe $1.25.
So you're bowling that high, you're like striking every time.
At 290, you would think so, but
I
no.
usually do that, a strike every time.
Strike. Let's go test this out.
Can you imagine if you got what would it be, 11 in a row, and you have your last free frame,
I just got an
and
email
that's the
from
one
Ed.
you mess
He wanted
up.
me to tell you he
God,
didn't
that'd be
send
horrible.
he doesn't know why you're getting automated emails. Anyway.
13 total balls.
He just sent it to me.
And
I
in
saw.
that 13th ball
I
is
saw.
the
Like,
only
stop
one you don't
sending
strike.
Can he delete the one from his send basket?
Or you punch the guy
If he
next to
deletes it from his send basket, just delete it. If he goes into his sent, delete it.
Okay. Okay.
Now, when does this one open here? They're all the same, 4 p.m. to 11. This is curious.
Man, you're making me want to go bowling now.
I love bowling.
Bring the kids.
Yes. No, it's not fun with the kids.
No, it's not. We used to bowl with the kids.
It's
Now we bowl with our older kids.
Now, when they're older, it's fine, but when they're young, it's like they get tired around like couple.
How old are your kids?
Well, 13, 11, 9, and 7.
Oh,
So
you
they're
guys
getting
have
older.
so far to go.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
but that's
better though.
But it's a fun journey. It's not like.
It's fun.
15, 16, I did not find.
I'm Tom Martino. I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, now, Jason, what is happening in your life? And we have lines open. We also have Dr. Kelly with us to talk about dental industry, dental procedures, and also cosmetic procedures. And then, of course, she does the Fit Mom, the Dr. Kelly Fit Mom of 4. That is a handle for Instagram where she has some ab workouts and she does an ab program.
Get your abs back after baby.
So that's totally not opposite, but I mean you're kind of into health with the dentist thing, of course, the dental thing, and then you do a lot of fitness, and that has really gotten popular. That isn't it the #1 ab program, really?
It's highly sought after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Jason, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
So back in March, I had a Blackwater backup on my 3rd story of my house. And a longtime friend of mine, plumber, came in and said, call this company. I've been dealing with them for a long time. The company is called Deepwater, to go ahead and do the mitigation. I
think that there's probably, in my opinion, a 90% chance you're going to get ripped off with any mitigation company. It is one of those industries where most of them are bad and some are good, not where most of them are good and some are bad. This one is flip-flopped. Most of them are bad. What happened?
Well, you're exactly right. I got ripped off by Deepwater. They didn't do the mitigation correctly. His construction.
Okay, let's start one thing at a time. What did they do wrong?
They didn't scrape and clean and seal. Subfloors weren't ripped up. That black water went through and seeped through. Toilets and towels and stuff were left in the bathtub that were contaminated by black water. So when I hired an air quality guy to come in and do an air quality test for the mold spores, it came up in the bathroom where it started.
Okay. Were they paid? Hello?
I'm sorry, what?
Were they paid?
Yes, I have given them a check for $7,000.
How much did you get from insurance?
$21,000.
Okay. So a very important question. What do you want?
Well, what happened is I'm not familiar with mitigation.
What's the name of the company?
Deepwater.
Oh, okay, Deepwater.
Yep. So Deepwater has a company called Conco, which is a construction company. So Deepwater subletted Conco to come in and do my.
Well, Deepwater's the one you have the contract with, right?
I have them with both companies. Yes.
Oh, then you signed directly. So who is the problem with, Deepwater or the other one?
Both.
Well, okay.
Both companies.
Okay.
Both companies are owned by the same person.
Okay, and both companies did inadequate work, right? They did. Okay, hold on and let's examine this, okay? Because this is important for everyone. If you ever have a problem like this, you're going to want to hear it because mitigation is major ripoff.
No, that 7,000 is pretty damn cheap.
Yeah, it is. But
and I think he went and got. I wonder what the contract says. He got 21,000 from the insurance company.
No, but here's the deal. That 7 was just down. They're not going to settle for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for ripping up subfloors.
This happened to my new house.
Oh, really?
It flooded from a plumber.
It's a tough, stinky thing, boy. He had that's all sewer back up.
Yeah, mine wasn't sewer though, thank goodness. But that's gross. I think I'd tear my house down.
You know what my biggest frustration in life is? I really figured it out. Trying to explain to Stephanie something technical over the phone for her to do when she runs into a problem. That is by far the ¡1 frustration in my entire life. Does anyone care? No, I'm not hearing it.
Have her go bowling.
It's just hard. Not just Stephanie, but anyone. But it just so happens I do it Stephanie more. But
what's the Highlands Ranch zip code? 80124.
Hell.
80124, I think.
If I have to go to the bathroom, can I go during break?
Yep, you can go
anytime.
Anytime you want. Yeah. Very informal.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, this is coming. Kimmer Drive, Lone Tree. Okay, Littleton, that's the one you said would be down by the Highlands Ranch Theater. Yeah. Yeah, because it's right on University. Yeah. Right where that school shooting just was.
Right by the chiropractor, too. Bright Light.
Kind of, yeah. Opposite side, but yeah, it's close.
No, same side. Bowling alley's just in back.
You're thinking of a different bowling alley.
No.
Yeah, you are.
You're thinking the old school one, like it's been there forever?
Yeah.
No, this one's totally different.
Oh, okay. It's right by the...
This is literally in front of the Highlands Ranch 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That same Olive Garden.
Is there a movie theater right there, too, where you're talking about?
No, there might be across the...
Yeah, on the other side. I don't even know if that bowling alley's still open. Isn't that the one where that woman left her... killed her kids in the car or something?
Holy cow. You're a depressing guy.
Something weird like that. Oh, man, I heard one today. You ever listen to Headline News? For whatever reason, all they were doing was talking crime this morning. So this woman's missing.
is going through a hostile divorce, man. Horrible. You know, husband told her, his attorney is saying he didn't do anything, but told her that, you know, I bought a gun, no one can track it down. She got custody of the kids. She's missing, man. She
Hi, Daphne. Hi, Daphne. Kelly, nice to meet you. I've heard all about you. I'm the secret weapon down in the office.
And he's going to get busted. There's no way it's not him.
That's right. That's right. I just keep it all. You know.
So this one in Little, that's in Littleton is a
Tom
Bolero,
calls me his
the one
Girl
that
Friday.
used
I
to
do
be an
just a little
AML.
bit of everything.
It's nice
My
to have
executive
that.
assistant.
This is the
There
one.
you
This
go.
isn't the one.
That's right. Executive
So
assistant.
there's university.
Isn't there an executive assistant thank you day?
This is Bolero now.
That's why.
Every day is that day, right?
That's
Yeah,
why.
nice
That's
thinking.
why I gave you that title.
That's right.
Well, I don't know why they
There's
have
not
it.
one.
C47.
This is the one.
Zoom in on it. Go to the
Tom, are
Street
you on
View and I'll tell you. Just go to Street View.
Oh,
There's no
I
theater.
am on everything but do nothing. The only thing I do is
Kill
speed
that.
my show.
And go to Street View.
I mean, I started an account, but Kelly,
Yeah.
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't tweet, and I
Oh, it's
should.
this one you're
Yeah.
And I don't do Instagram. And I mean, people are obsessed with it. And in my business, I really probably
Where's the
should.
one by
but I
Olive
swear to
Garden?
God, I
Right here.
That's
just
definitely not it.
hate it.
It's not by Olive
Also,
Sure
so
is.
every once in a while, I'll do something, a tweet or
Olive Garden
Instagram, and I'm also on
is-
Pinterest. I'm also on all of it.
Okay.
Facebook is my
Would be
show,
right
so
here.
I
Okay.
do my show live, but no, man, it's nothing. I have not paid attention to it. I have not
So maybe
pursued
that's
it,
Olive Garden
basically.
right there.
Maybe I should, and when I do, I'll ask
Yeah,
you
but
how.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's
I'll
not
help
just-
you.
It's just.
It's not what.
Where's the Highlands Ranch movie theater?
I don't know.
Well, just go.
I don't
Google
enjoy
Highlands
it.
Ranch 24.
It's like, don't do it.
And now
if you
I
don't
almost
need
feel
to.
it's like you don't learn to swim when you're younger, and then when you get to be like, say, 30 or 40, you feel like, I don't want to do it now.
Yeah.
It's too late.
There's where I'm talking. There's County Line.
Oh, it's Broadway. You said university. That's
No,
Broadway.
you said university. I constantly said by the movie theater. Consistently. I asked you, is the movie theater by
Where's the
university?
bowling alley here then?
It's right here. So it would be right in this parking lot. Like one of these.
Is it too
I
late?
wonder why
to
you
try
can't go
get
to Street
something
View. I
going?
find that so
I have a
No, but
voice
would
every
you
day.
want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like,
go-
if you're doing
Is
it
it
without,
AMF?
it's so much work
Going
adding stuff.
AMC.
No, I know, but I
Oh,
really
no,
should.
it's a Bolero.
Yeah. I'll
It's a
help
Bolero.
you. I was going to tag you in my post, but you're not.
B-O-W-L-E-R-O.
To get your car fixed. If you don't have paint damage, it doesn't take away from the value because they don't touch the paint. You don't even know they did it, and he doesn't
It's not there.
report to Carfax. That's
Here it is right here. It doesn't show.
I don't know what to tell you. It's right there, bro.
Well,
I'm posting this on my stuff.
I don't know what to tell you. It's right. I stare at it
I'll
every
just
time
start
I go to the movie theater.
interjecting with stuff. My house
This is the
did
Bolero
flood like
right over
this.
here.
So I mean,
Go,
did not see
you
where
just
the
got great
water-
eyes and the looks right.
it's like literally in the parking lot. Go Bolero Highlands Ranch Theater. B-O-W. Bowl. Get it? It's a play on words.
Oh, like it's a bowl.
Yeah. Arrow, as in arrow.
You guys over here planning your. I
Not
like
me.
this job.
No, he's
See,
trying to
This
prove me
means
wrong.
you're
There it is, right
planning
there.
a fun day.
This
I
is
like
Yosemite.
Well, okay. Why do you
Ooh,
keep
I
moving
love
shit
Yosemite.
around?
This is the one over by the.
What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
it. Planning fun.
Hello.
Planning fun.
Hello.
And you notice those two never include me.
Yes. Okay. I hate
Well,
this.
because
you
they're
know why?
intimidated by your scores.
That's exactly right. By my skills. I understand this.
Yes, I would
They're
be too.
intimidated because they know whatever it
And
is
we were
they
supposed
do.
to play ping pong. You didn't stick around on ping pong.
You miss a ping pong.
I'm a champion.
Yeah,
We know you are.
We were supposed to do it. We
He
were
was
supposed to
in
do it
the
at
Olympics.
the graduation.
Watch
No,
this.
I
I'm going to
stayed
find it for
quite
you.
a while though.
Bolero.
I stayed quite a while.
Location.
I don't stay to when the drunks start getting loud.
Oh, the drunks are getting loud.
Highlands Ranch. Let's see.
There was a good bunch of people there, Mark.
Yeah, it was a good. We always have a good mix.
Good people. I like them all. Not that it matters.
Isn't Talib funny as shit, man?
I love Talib.
He is not kidding when he says they do not like being out there at night. I am fucking not kidding you, man.
You know, though, but never mind.
I know you can't.
Never mind.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This is the show where we shoot trouble out of the sky. And really, we do solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. I don't want to define what we do. We'll just tell you we do it. And then you call. In fact, the worst thing that will happen is, we don't handle this. That's what I would say. But a problem, question, or complaint of any kind, I'm Tom. Welcome. We have a guest with us today. But this hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank Duran is a superhero, and he has a team of superheroes. We got to get a name for him, like the Avengers. We got to find a name for his team. Good people. And if you're buying or selling real estate, you know, so many people don't understand why they need an agent. They want to do it themselves and save money. I will tell you this, Frank will make you money way over and above what he does. 303-713-8255, the best of the best. 303-920-1622 is Frank. 920-1622, frankduran.therealestateman.com. Dr. Kelly's with us. We'll go to her, and she's a dentist and also a fitness expert. We'll go to her in a little while and talk to her about some emails I'm getting on abs. She developed an ab program. What is going on with Jason? Well, he's been ripped off by a mitigation company, he said, or two of them owned by the same person. Now, disaster mitigation, that's, you know, floods or fire or storm. Whenever you call a company in like this, let me just tell you, they see dollar signs. Most of them are bad. Most of them are. And they look at it as a blank check from an insurance company. That's just the way it is. Now, they put down, for example, fans and blowers with water damage, and they charge the insurance company by the hour. So if they leave it there overnight, we're talking 24 hours times an hourly rate. And the hourly rate's not cheap. I mean, let's just say if it was $10, you're talking about $240 a day, and it's usually more than that. And then they charge for each and everything. But listen, everyone's got to make money. There's nothing wrong with that part of it. But the part that I don't like is there's two things, three things. First, they don't do the work they say they're going to do sometimes. Second, they exaggerate the damage. And three, they do shoddy work. So those are the big problems with mitigation companies. So, Jason, of those three, did they exaggerate the damage?
They did all three of them plus some.
Okay, so let's go through what they did. First and foremost, you say they exaggerated the damage. Explain just that part of it, please.
So I've got a three-story house. So what they did to exaggerate it was ripping off all my carpet upstairs all the way into the other side of the house, saying all the carpet needed to be replaced, which it really didn't.
Why did they say that then?
Because they thought that it had water damage to it.
Well, did it?
They're debating with... No.
Did the adjuster look at it? The adjuster would have something to say.
Yeah, my adjuster was over at my house, and she said, you know, she's disagreeing with everything they said. And
well,
it all
the
down.
Adjusters don't do that. So that maybe you needed carpet. What else? Carpets, what else did they exaggerate? Just the item.
Of course, base trim.
How did they exaggerate? How do you exaggerate base trim?
Well, if you're gonna do carpet, why wouldn't you do base trim? Because that's gonna be wet. It's porous wood.
So hold on. So they did not exaggerate it. They didn't include it.
Right, but they included doors, which is weird to me.
That is weird.
Yeah.
I would rip that base trim out. I don't want that in there.
Because of the black water touching it?
And this happened in my house. It flooded, and I ripped stuff out.
And this is Dr. Kelly, by the way, sitting in. Kelly, how long did the water sit on it?
It sat. It was a brand new house that was built, and it was flooded, and it sat overnight.
Was it black water or just water?
It was not.
Okay.
It was just water.
How long did it sit, Jason?
It sat for 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
And wait a minute, I guess I agree with you. So anyway, instead of saying exaggerated damages, let's say inaccuracy in assessing damage. How's that?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Inaccuracies in assessing damage. That's basically what we're talking about.
Correct.
Okay, what else? Hold on.
The real inaccurate part on the whole thing was the way they mitigated it, and what they said they needed to do, and then what they didn't do.
Okay, so you're saying, hold on, this is under the category of work not done. They actually listed work that they didn't do.
Ooh.
Is that right?
Correct, like quarantining. Never quarantined anything.
Okay. Then number 3, shoddy work. Was that also part of it?
Sitting in my bathtub that weren't bagged up and disposed of properly. It was just all bad from the
So
get.
we have, hold on, Deputy Dan, listen to this. Inaccuracies in assessing damage. We have work not done and shoddy work. Then what else? Just the major categories. What else? Or does it all fall under those categories?
All falls under those.
Okay. You paid them $7,000 so far. Why did you call today?
Why I called is I want my $7,000 back.
Okay. Now, I think it's impossible. I think it's impossible to say you got 0 value, isn't it, or not?
No, because they wanted $4,000 for the mitigation, and I gave them another $3,000 to start the construction work.
I know. I'm asking. Do you feel they did nothing? Of course they did something. Did they suck up the water or whatever? What did they do? Do you owe them anything?
Tom, all they did was put fans down. That's all they did.
Put what?
All they did was put fans down. That's it.
Fans. They did not. Yep. Okay. So you're saying you owe them 0?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't help you, Jason. I'm going to be straight with you. I always am. I can't help you there because unless they did more damage than when it was, unless they actually contributed to the damage. Now, not doing work is not contributing. Exaggerating or inaccuracies, that's not doing more damage. And shoddy work. So, Jason, if you want your entire $7,000 back, go to small claims court. It's an excellent venue. The limit's $7,500, and give your argument. However, I am not even hearing their side of the story, and I am telling you that's unreasonable. But that's just me. I'm not there. Maybe they actually came in and did more damage. Did they?
That's where I'm going with it. With his construction part of it is where the damage starts. Bad.
Okay. What did the construction do? And that's possible. Like I said, I'm not there. What damage did they do?
So I agree with you. Yeah, I owe them something for doing. This is where the money starts coming back.
Okay, I want to hear it. I want to hear the damage. Go ahead.
Okay. My house is a $500,000 house. It's custom built.
Okay.
I've got a hood on my oven that's custom painted by a lady, and they didn't mask off or tape anything. Got tape all the way down my custom painted hood. My custom painted hood's about 15 feet long.
So hold on. So Jason, they didn't mask. What do you mean by masking? When they painted?
Yeah, they didn't mask or tape nothing.
They painted without masking off stuff?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. So did they get paint on your hood? Is that what you're saying?
All over my hood, all over my custom stairs.
Okay, no. If they got paint all over and on your hardwood, I agree with you. So hold on. So under damage, we would say paint over spray, or did they brush or roll, whatever?
They brushed.
Okay.
Paint all over.
Okay, so paint.
An 8-year-old could have done a better job, and that's not even being.
Let's call it paint spatter. What else? You see where I'm going? Get me some help here.
Yep, paint all over my door, my front door. Paint all over my doorbell.
Yeah. Okay, paint. We got the paint. We got the paint. We got the paint. Hold on. What else?
Okay. Shoddy drywall work. They didn't tape off anything. They had. Tom, I literally had 5 screws in that single.
All right, go ahead. What else? I'm getting you now. And now you're going somewhere. Where else?
Yep. No tape. No nothing on the drywall.
We got the drywall. Now we're on to something else.
No.
You don't have to elaborate on each item. You got paint splatter. You got drywall. What else?
Okay. Semi-gloss against flat paint.
Wrong paint. The wrong paint. What else?
Clogging my toilet, cigarettes in my
trash
can.
Hold on, I don't care about cigarettes in your trash can. Jason, so are these the 3 main areas? They're enough. Spatter, drywall, and wrong paint.
Yep, and the quality of work, which is jointing the drywall up.
Okay, quality. Okay. So listen, man, let's call them. When you say I want an adjustment, I want an adjustment for this, what do they say?
Mm-hmm.
What do they say?
Well, I went in and I talked to the owner and...
Yeah, I'm not asking for the process. I want to speed right to the part. What did he say?
I don't know. He hasn't called me back.
Okay, let's call him. Dan, this guy's... Okay, Mark, what do you think? Okay, let's just get right to it. They came in, he's saying they owe him money. I don't think this is $7,000 in damage. I don't know. We should have somebody look at it. But first, let's just see what this guy's willing to do. Deputy Dan, you want to do it? All right, so we'll call. What is the guy's name? Just give me the name, Jason. I don't...
Yanni, Y-A-N-N-I.
Yanni?
Yes.
And what's his last name?
I'm not sure off the top of my head right now.
Okay, hold on. Suzanne, get that information for Deputy Dan. Listen, you know what? I don't doubt they did problems, but Mark, of all the times you've handled a lot of these, of all the times we hear they did more damage, is that usually true?
No.
Okay. So, but it is sometimes true. Can you recall cases where someone went in and they actually did create more problems, and they probably did put the homeowner into the negative?
With certain things. I remember a contractor that literally did a lot of damage to the flooring. He did not do the subfloor. He had to have done the subfloor, but he didn't. So that particular part of that job, he
had to be redone.
Did more damage, yes.
We have more coming right up.
Chick out in Castle Rock.
She ended up getting a new house.
Fuck yeah, she did, man.
Which
She
one is
made
that,
out like
guys?
a bandit.
Which one is that?
Yeah, she called up. She had her. Here's how you remember. She closed on the house at noon. It flooded that night.
Yeah, that's right.
This is my story. Oh, my house flooded 2 days before the final inspection.
Before you bought it?
It was brand new build.
Was it custom or was it semi?
It was a custom home. The plumber forgot to tighten the
When you
bolt.
say custom, you guys picked the lot and had the construction loan and a son of a bitch,
Yes,
so
and
you
we were
couldn't
in
back
a
out.
hotel. All our stuff was
So
in a
you
hotel.
couldn't
No,
back
wait,
out.
why couldn't you back out?
No.
Well, it's your custom.
Well, it was my
usually
dream
she
home.
owns the home from the beginning.
Yeah, it's my
Hold on.
house.
Oh, you funded the. You went from a construction loan over.
A truly custom home.
Yeah, you're going to have the construction loan.
She owns it from day one.
Yeah, or at least owns the paper.
Pro Auto Care, your car nanny. 303 Pro Autos. The number 303proauto.com is the website, and they have some specials now. Get your air conditioner system working right by having the full evaluation. They'll check the pressures, system, measure the output temperatures, and give you a true diagnostic of your air conditioning system along with solutions, and it's just $39. That's 303 Pro Auto. Of course, take them for all of your auto needs. 303 Pro Auto.
So what happened? How much damage were you talking?
180 grand.
Well, let me ask you something. You bought the lot. You bought the lot.
Yeah.
And then you found a builder.
Yes.
And you literally went and got a construction loan. This was your home from day one.
Home.
So you couldn't back out. See, because if you had what
Yeah.
people call custom a lot of times is they go into a development, pick a lot, but it is custom. I mean, they build it to your
Right.
specs, but it's
Right.
their model,
Yeah.
you know, and you can usually
Yeah,
back
you
out
choose
of
from
it.
like 5 and then whatever.
And then you make modifications, and they are custom, but they're semi-custom. This one you own from day one. Holy shit!
Well, you don't.
And my house flooded
she owns
before
it
I
from day
moved
one. She owns
into
the lot.
it.
She owns the
So
lot.
I
There's no
had
one to
her
back
way
Yeah,
out.
you're right. You can't back out.
You own the frame. The
Generally, you would turn and close
That's
with
right.
the builder at
You
the
own
end, though.
you own the foundation. You own this. You own
It was
that.
mine.
How does that summer
And
pass
it
work
was
you
a
guys
ranch,
have?
and it flooded the whole basement.
What did
I'm
you do
sorry?
to mitigate? Insurance. You had
Okay,
construction
yes,
insurance.
and the plumber.
How does
insurance
the summer
covered it.
pass work?
But the mitigation company, all our stuff was in the garage. They stole stuff from my garage.
He's calling, but the caller fired the contractor. So Dan's still calling Yanni, but I want you to know.
Well, okay, I would have fired him too if this was true. But at the same time, is he owed money or not?
And then you can
Is the guy trying to collect the balance?
Why would the insurance company pay the contractors directly instead of him? Because that's in mine, like
No, they usually go
they
through the
go
home.
through the homeowner. Oh, mine they pay.
They don't
well,
want to take
it was the plumber's insurance.
Yeah,
on
so
mine.
you don't want because
actually
if
buy the
Yeah.
you want control of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen,
you don't want.
where is your home?
It's in Sedalia, outside of Castle Rock,
I
like
know where it is.
Wolfensberger. Yeah.
I love out there.
It's big there. It's a nice. But the mitigation, they stole stuff
Big
from
Bear.
my garage. Big Bear. Bear Canyon is our development.
Like
they
tickets
walked.
or whatever.
The mitigation company didn't cover the good
Oh, I didn't
carpet.
know
They
that. So,
walked
but the
all over
$9.99
it
includes
and
the,
ruined
if
the
you
good
want-
carpet.
mitigation.
I think it was Blue Sky. Was Blue Sky one? I can't remember because see, my contractor handled all that. It was terrible.
So what did you do about the damages?
They, I wanted, because it's a brand new house, I wanted my subfloor on my main level gone. They ripped the bottom down to the foundation. Everything was done. Cabinets had to come off because it went through the vents and just flooded. I was so stressed. I had heartburn like nobody's business. We were living in hotels because our other house sold. They stole all of our stuff out of our garage.
And you got nothing from it.
It was terrible. You know, we didn't even care about the stealing. I was just like, you know what? I was so stressed. I was like, who cares?
How long were you under construction?
3 months. No, the repairs took 3 months.
No, the house, the whole house.
A year, over a year.
And during that year, you didn't live in a hotel for the whole year?
No, we lived in a hotel for 2 weeks and then had to find temporary housing, which the insurance paid for 3 months. They paid for our rent. It was right after the Black Forest fire.
So you had to have an actual house to live in?
Yeah.
Because the hotel got too expensive.
Yeah.
And when you moved into a house, so you had to move so many times, you had to bring all your shit.
The insurance company put in furniture for us. It was great. Like, they rented furniture, and yeah, it was amazing.
Is it a walkout ranch?
Yeah. It was bad. I'm glad that's behind me. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
So, the updates. Are you coming on?
Hi, Tom Martino. Lines open 303-713-TALK. We'll go back to Jason for a second here. But he tells a familiar story. He has a disaster of some kind. He calls a mitigation company. And the mitigation company did some lousy work. First, they exaggerated and made some inaccurate damage assessments. Then, the work was not done, some of it. Not even done. And then some of it was shoddy. And then mostly he said they did damage, enough damage to where he doesn't just want to cancel the contract. He wants his original $7,000 back. Now, here is a wrinkle that I just found out about. Jason, you fired the contractor, right?
Both companies.
Yeah, both owned by him. What are their names? Deepwater is one. What's the other one?
Conco, C-O-N-C-O.
Conco. That's funny. C-O-N company. The Con Company. Oh my God, that's like oops. You're gonna say it.
Oops Construction.
You remember that we had in the Springs. In the Springs, we had a place called Oops Construction. How stupid could you be? You know, yeah. And this guy is calling himself Con Company, Conco. Oh,
is that like Rusty Needle's tattoo company?
Yeah, the Rusty Needle. I love it. So listen, man, small claims court is really a good venue, but we did call Deputy Dano.
So I talked to Yanni, and first of all, I heard that Jason did fire him, so I said that wasn't brought up there before. But Yanni did not want to come on, but he's going to give Jason a call right now and go over this, because he said it was $6,000 you paid him, not $7,000.
But does he think he owes anything?
According to him, not. But he said he was, he didn't get to finish the job either.
Okay, hold on. We got a comment here from Keith. You're still up too, Jason. Keith, what's your comment?
Hey, Tom, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man.
I've helped you guys take care of people. But my thing is this, bud. I go to people's houses all the time. They have water damage. The plumber comes out, calls somebody or whoever. They come out and fix it, okay?
Yeah.
The problem is the insurance company's not involved, and I guarantee at this point the insurance denied it, and that's why he fired them. Because Deepwater is actually Don's the owner. He's a really good guy.
What do you mean? What do you mean the insurance denied it? What are you saying?
Well, what they're saying is it came out as an emergency, Tom?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, they'll come and take care of it. All said and done, he didn't have the extra coverage, okay?
I don't know. Jason, is your insurance company giving you a hard time?
No, my insurance company's USAA. They're the best insurance company, and they gave me every dime that they quoted.
So why are you mad about Deepwater? I have no...
Well, he doesn't think. Wait a minute. He doesn't think they should be paid $7,000 because he says now he won't be able to finish the job for the balance because he said they did too much damage.
Well, but did they rip everything out and not put anything back? I'm just saying, if he called the owner, they would. He's a good guy. He's not.
And the owner of Deepwater is who?
Don. I don't know his last name, but he's a good guy.
But how do you know he's a good guy?
because I met him. You know, I've been a plumber here now 18 years. I'm originally from Boston, but the guy is straight up forward.
Yeah, I recognize you. You've called before.
Oh yeah, I help you out. Yeah, you guys are good people. But I'm saying, but most of the time, Tom, homeowners are like, you know, I own my own home. You get into stuff, you're not knowing all the little details, and that's what happened.
Well, we'll look into it more, but thank you. And Jason, so what did he say, bottom line? He's going to contact Jason and try to work it out?
Yeah, he didn't want to come on the show, but he was going to give Jason
Did
a call
you hire another company, Jason?
I hired myself in my own picking. My house is back to normal. It looks beautiful.
You know what I'd do if I was...
How much did you go through of that extra money?
All of it.
Okay. And so the job is done, but did you... Hold on. What I'm asking you, did you have any actual loss? Now, before you answer, you said they were going to give you about 22 grand. You already got 7. You had money coming from the insurance company. Did you finish it for what the insurance company, the balance of what they owed you?
Yes, I did. Plus
Now,
the damage that
then
was
you're...
done.
Well, Jason, you may have a problem. Here's why. Even with a breach of contract or negligence, as in this case, let's say for argument's sake, you're right, they're wrong. If you can't show damage, you don't get damage.
Oh, I got pictures and all sorts of
No, Jason, you're not hearing me. Let me give you an example. If you had $15,000 left from the insurance proceeds, and you were able to finish the job as originally quoted for 15 grand without going into your own pocket, if you were able to do that, there is no damage. So that $7,000 you claim you want back, how do you delineate the damage?
Right, and that's where I'm at with it.
You may not be able to, unless, of course. Now, what I'm saying is, if you count your time and the entire job, if you could do it, I'm not going to say it again after this. This is the last time. If you got it all done, including your time, for what was left in the balance of the contract, you have nothing to go after. You just don't. I don't know how else to put it. Without loss, there's no reason to go after people.
All right, broken record. Ready? Here I go. Call a public adjuster. I cannot stress this through when it comes to a water claim more than any other thing. Whatever that great insurance company that you love and they're the best in the world, I bet they screwed you out of at least 20 grand.
Now, this is Jason, completely separate topic. They settled this claim for $22,000, did they?
Just under 22, yes.
Okay. If you call a public adjuster, a good one, and we know them, they come out and they won't take a penny of the $22,000. You're happy? Fine. But what they will do is get you more money, and then they will give you a portion. They will only take a small percentage of the extra money. I think it's 10 or 15. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a small percentage.
I think Matt, for example, with Paragon on our referral list or referrallist.com is 10%, but water damage, I have never seen one yet that hasn't been double.
In fact, Jason, I would bet you that as much as you love USAA, as much as you love any insurance company, I'm talking to everyone now. You will never find, ever, any damage assessment claim adjusted to 100%, ever. It never happens. Now, I'm telling you, it's a fact. Not one claim ever. In fact, the line item in insurance budgeting is we predict $1 billion in losses. We will pay out $800 million. I mean, they know they're never going to pay 100% unless their feet are held to the fire.
The water ones are the ones that are remarkable. That was like that skylight, $800 to $80,000.
I think he's going to 15% if he doesn't get the whole insurance thing.
I'd go to 15. I think he's crazy.
I told him that many times.
He's nuts. 10% is too little. I agree.
Unless it's original.
If you hire him from the very start,
right,
and he's getting 10% of everything, I agree.
Yeah.
I bet that guy didn't even get overhead and profit.
I think
most companies will pay him 10%. Right there is $2,200.
I think 10 from the beginning and 15 for the balance.
Yeah, that's fair as hell.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a larger company that's got younger guys that aren't going to be as good as, say, Freddie or Matt, then maybe 10 is a great
Where
price.
the hell is Freddie?
God, who knows? Where's the biggest storms right now? Oklahoma? He's in Oklahoma. I guarantee he's in Oklahoma in those floods.
Yeah.
And he's only around
and tornadoes.
and he's only around the places where the floods generally have flood insurance.
Is that what he does? Mainly water?
Is
He-
it better
the
to
wind-
use the U-Haul
wind damage,
insurance
a lot of
or
wind damage.
Generally, any damage, commercial.
Oh, he does commercial.
You're up.
Okay.
Oh no, you're not.
50. And if you're over 55 with an IRA or 401k,
Now, I don't hear
Man,
you
that's
for
some
sure.
old
That's
school
I'm
stuff,
not
but
kidding. I didn't
with
hear
Mike
you.
and Steph, that could be fun. I mean, I've never done it, so I know you haven't.
I said enough. And since then, I discovered a way to grow money potential double-digit.
Boy, if we did, I started drinking early that day.
Protection when the next stock market crash hits.
I think I'd remember that.
You lose nothing.
Some funky Vegas show.
To a specialist to discover this little-known strategy.
I love comedians in Vegas. Those are my favorite, man. I can go and not gamble one bit and watch comedians all week and love it and eat
In
like.
Vegas?
Oh,
Did you say in Vegas?
yeah. I love the shows. Love them.
Yeah, I used to live there for 9 years.
Oh, did you?
Did you like living in there?
Yeah, but you don't.
Say what?
I have, yeah. Oh my God, damn.
There is such a controversy when it comes to stem cells, and I just want to put an end to it. If anyone tells you they use amniotic fluid or umbilical cord blood and it's sent to the clinic, it is not stem cell therapy. Okay? Those were stem cells at one time, but you cannot ship it and keep them alive. The only way currently, under FDA guidelines, to get living stem cell therapy is to extract at the time of treatment and then redeliver with imagery. That's what Centeno Schultz does, one of the few clinics that actually does it the right way. And that's because Dr. Chris Centeno started the entire process. He started it all across the country. He was the first. Centeno Schultz, 303-963-9201. The website, thestemcellexperts.com. Find out about their weekly seminars, 963-9201.
Well, I found the best bowling alley for the buck. Celebrity Lanes on Arapahoe and Parker Road. $9.95. You can bowl all you want, and you can do laser tag and arcade if you want as well.
My kids and I go there. We have a great.
The celebrity one?
Oh no, I'm sorry. We go to the one she was talking about.
Listen to what I just said on celebrity one.
Yeah, I heard.
So you get everything for $10 a kid.
That's right.
Dang, that's good.
Yeah, $10 for 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That is good.
Bolero, in order to get deals like that, you got to buy a membership.
What? Really?
If you want those kind of deals. But if you only go occasionally, who cares? We started really getting into bowling, man. If they just put a nice AMC in Parker, boy, I'd be happy as shit. That one they have in Parker sucks. The one they have in Castle Rock is outright horrible. You know what they do? I'll tell you how slow it is. On Sundays, they used to literally rent it out to a church.
Oh, really?
They'd rent the theaters out to a church. It was the weirdest thing.
For services?
For services. You'd be coming out of a movie and there's like an entire church group. They'd have coffee set up. I mean, it was just like being in a church. It was very bizarre.
Your rewards numbers are automatically entered every time they purchase 8 gallons or more. And if you choose new Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline...
Mark?
Yes, sir.
It's really hard being in business these days.
Why do you say that?
I mean, because people are so price conscious.
Oh.
And things are getting more expensive to do the right way. Now, I will tell you, there is abusive charging. I don't care what you say.
Oh, me and you agree on that 100%.
We need to do something about it because I can't just be turning a blind eye to it.
I know. We had a couple today. Did you see them? I assume that's what you just saw. Yeah, we had a complaint.
Trade war intensifies, and we might get into it with the EU too. We'll talk about it with Trump economic advisor.
Well, I think the app itself will
take care of it.
Take care of it.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. We have open lines done. So, I got to everyone, and I'll get to you right now. If you got a problem, question, or complaint, I have several things to talk about. And one of the big deals is pricing. We've talked about this for years. We can't control pricing. Now, I don't think cheaper is always better, but I don't think more expensive is always better, and I don't think it's wrong for people to make a good profit and stay in business. In fact, plenty of times, I have wasted money doing the cheap way and then having to redo it. I've wasted money with tools. I've wasted money having people come to my home to find out they're clowns. You know, we had a guy one time years ago. He was going to do the $1,200 furnace. And he booked a bunch of people and then screwed up royally. And guess what? He was one job away from bankruptcy, literally away from bankruptcy. So while they were going smoothly, fine. But if he had a problem where he hurt somebody's house, now people say, okay, I don't care. I'll take my chances. But it's difficult. I mean, when you have a good, solid company, here's what they're doing. Let's say they have 20 or 30 vans, or even 2 or 4. Okay. Then they have insurance. Real insurance. I mean, if they do something wrong, they really take care of it. They have a 100% guarantee. They have, great products, warranties, all of that. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be expensive, but you can't necessarily do it like people think. They see an outlet at Home Depot, and the outlet is $1.49. And they think, okay, that outlet is $1.49. And if I was doing it, I could put it in 15 or 20 minutes. So they're thinking, wow, less than an hour of labor and $1.49. So they want to see a bill for around, $25 or $30, and it's never, ever going to happen. Then there's something called aggregated expenses. When you have those trucks, those vans, those insurances, no matter what, just sitting idle, there's an hourly cost of doing business. Just sitting idle. So then when you get jobs, you have to spread that around. It's not just home services. We're talking also about, auto repair and dentistry.
Take Dr. Kelly. Why not run? And I know what you're going to say, but why not run 24/7? Well, most people don't want to get their teeth cleaned in the middle of the night. But at the same time, think of that. You don't pay any less at night because you're closed.
Now, Mark and I had that discussion years ago when he had Aspen Peak Computers. He says, Tom, I'm to capacity. People are coming in. We're trying to build computers. So I have to hire new people. And I said, not really. Or if you do hire new people, at least do it the right way. So we had this discussion years ago. I said, what are you doing at night? From the time you close, 6 o'clock to like midnight or even overnight. I said, have them build computers then.
That's what we did.
No one's going to walk in the door. No one. You're paying for rent.
Right.
24/7. Why not use the facility?
And insurance 24/7.
Then guess what? Then during the day when people walked in his door from 8 to 5, they got personalized attention because they weren't all busy building machines.
Right. You can focus on them.
So more businesses should utilize the after-hours concept of using your plant. You pay for the plant, use the plant. The same with auto repairs. Why do people feel that they have to do auto repairs during business hours? You could have mechanics that come in just to do repairs at night and never see a consumer.
And not be bothered by the consumer.
And never see a consumer. So they come in, you might close at 6 o'clock or 7 or 5. Okay, you can have mechanics working some of the mechanics would love it. Working the night shift.
That's what I was thinking.
And they get work done. Instead, what do? They pile up cars 3 and 4 weeks out and try to get everything done between 8 and 5. Is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard? And there's no reason for it. None. No reason. And then they even end up sometimes adding mechanics and bays when that's not the answer.
More overhead.
Yeah, so what you do, now, with dentistry that would be hard because, of course, you can't have people come in overnight. But certainly with dental labs and things like that, you can. Right. I just wondered why people don't utilize the clock because the clock is your friend if you aggregate jobs over a wider period of time. So I think it's very wise when some dental offices I've seen, they have evening hours.
Yes.
Now, I know with just the two of you, and obviously you have employees, but
yes,
it would be very difficult, and some people don't want to work at night. But I know you can always find people to work odd hours, always.
I don't know how you afford to do that $59 special. You get the x-rays, you get the teeth cleaning. I just did it.
She can't afford it. It's to get new customers.
Yeah.
Purely.
Well, because they're going to love us when we come in.
So you're taking a gamble that you're going to keep that person.
Right.
Now, you know, though, there are always going to be people that just do the special.
There are.
Yeah, but at some point they're going to have some problem and have to go somewhere.
You're right. Go ahead.
I feel like we're different because we're so caring and what we offer that you're going to get people that come in for that and just leave. But we also offer something so great. So I want people to come see and experience my office.
That's cool. And really, if you think about it, there's what we call in every business a cost per lead, okay? Everyone pays it. If you take all of your marketing dollars, every penny, and you divide it by the number of people that walk in the door, you have a cost per lead per year, okay? So, like for a personal injury attorney, it might be up to $600-800 just to get them to walk in the door. And then you hope to convert whatever you convert. Many conversion, if you get a 40% conversion rate, that's considered excellent in certain fields.
Yeah.
I don't know what your conversion rate is from people who walk in to people who stay. Do you know? And you don't have to tell me.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't have it, I haven't studied it or written it down, but it's pretty high. We get a pretty good conversion rate from that.
Okay. And what you do, go ahead.
A lot of people have dental insurance, too, that covers your cleaning, exam, and x-rays 100%. And not everybody realizes that. There's people that do not utilize their insurance benefits. That's free money sitting there they're not using. You know, and they get 2 cleanings, exams a year. So the $59 is really for people who don't have dental insurance and need a little break, you know.
And that and so when we're talking about businesses, if you're in business, guys, give us a call. Gals, too, of course. That's what I mean by guys. I mean everyone. So with home services, it's probably difficult for night shifts, although I think some homeowners would prefer that, too. I would love an HVAC guy, not to pay after-hours pricing, but I would love a company that has hours, let's say, from, you know, up to midnight. I would love it if a guy came to my house at 8 or 9 at night. I mean, that would be wonderful. So if you have any questions like that, give us a call. It's fun to discuss. And Mark and I always have this discussion on how to better make money with what you already have. 303-713-TALK is our number. And my pledge to you is to get to you within 5 minutes, or, of course, we buy you lunch. And listen, you know, it's really funny. Some days we are so slammed. People call 303-MARTINO, they leave a voice message, or they email us and say they can never get through. And then on off days, off hours or minutes, we have times like this. So that's good. If you're listening, you can get right through. Let's talk about the ab thing. Abs, I am told, is the #1 quest of people working out.
100%.
Okay. I'm not going to say why. You know why? Because we see those photos of a six-pack, don't we?
Yes.
Now, I want to ask this. I have seen all kinds of people with their shirts off. I'm talking men now, and even women with midriffs open. Okay, and let's say this. You have some with six-packs and some that are in very good shape that don't have a six-pack. It is my belief that it's according to body type, because I think some people don't have to work as hard as others.
Oh, yes.
So there are people that by sheer heredity, they have great abs.
Oh, yes, 100%. And here's the thing, it's all about it's body fat, too. Everybody's got abs under there. But where are they?
No.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady is a great example. This guy is a physical specimen, but he doesn't look like, he looks like, what do they call it, a dad bod or whatever. He does not look, have you seen him?
Yeah.
Okay, there are no six-pack
But,
there.
man, he's a world-class athlete.
Of course he is. So why? Why doesn't he have a six-pack?
It could be body fat. He has higher body fat. It could be genetics. It could be hormones.
So are there people that will never get... Are there people that will never get a six-pack? Of course.
Yes, but they can still have a nice,
Tight,
slim,
flat.
tight waist.
And flat.
I mean, and honestly, I don't have a ripped six-pack either. And, I mean, I have a nice flat waist. It's great.
So you're saying that it's tone and strength you're going for?
Yes.
Okay, and I want to know exactly what people mean by core. We have more coming up, and I'll take this call. And there are 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines open. 303-713-TALK.
Instead of a six-pack, Mark has a keg.
Has a what? A keg.
A keg.
I love it.
Oh,
Did you make that up or here?
No.
I love it. I've never heard that before. And yet it's very clever.
That was good. Well, clever for Dan. He hears it somewhere else and repeats it.
That's what I do, Dan.
Tell him his quote.
That's what I do, Dan. Same thing.
There you go.
Tell her the Ben Franklin
Ben
quote.
Franklin. You know Ben Franklin?
Yes.
So he made a quote about younger guys.
Long or short, brother.
In a condensed version, it's they don't swell, they don't tell, and they're grateful as hell. But he wrote 8 things, and I told him.
What is that about?
Ben
Franklin.
Why,
it's his quote, but it's not a real
Not a
quote.
quote. He wrote 8 different things of why younger men
I'm
should
coming up, guys.
have an older mistress.
Mistress.
That's what he said.
Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered the new orthodontics. He believes, and he's proven it, you don't need surgery. Even as an adult, your palate does not fuse. You can wear expanders that widen your palate, which will naturally straighten your teeth instead of the old-fashioned orthodontics. This is not only faster, it's cheaper. The new orthodontics. Now, after they're widened, for the finishing touches, you do Invisalign braces. Then if you want to change the appearance, of course, you can do minor cosmetic stuff. But I have to tell you this. Dr. Kent Lawson is doing a remarkable job, and he does it with kids too. Now, it's not the 2-year process with kids. It's just a little longer because in some cases, kids will never need braces. Like my daughter, he says, will probably never need braces. She's just wearing palate expanders. My son may need them, but for a short time. And it's faster, better, cheaper than regular orthodontics. The new orthodontics, 303-690-0100, 690-0100, and that's also Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ.
I love that human fun.
I'm getting it.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Pre-shrunk jersey knit 50-50 blend.
What is
We're
that?
big Seinfeld guys.
100%.
Oh, love Seinfeld.
By the way,
the human fund. Do you remember that? The Human Fund?
I wear a tank top and Speedos when I play racquetball. Do you mind?
Yeah, we mind. No, he'll fit right in the hot tub.
The loser goes in the hot tub.
Mark Machowski is pretty crazy. At Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair, he's doing free transmission estimates. You may say, oh, so what's wrong with that? No, you're not. I'm not talking about looking at it and driving it. He will remove the transmission and open it up, and it is still free. No one is doing this. He'll give you an exact look inside your transmission and an exact price. And if you decide not to have it done, take it somewhere else or whatever. He'll never charge you for that. 303-781-9858. 781-9858.
Dr. Kelly, this is what she's going to be asking you. Okay, she needs an
How
implant.
much time?
Cost of implants.
I just
and then what are other alternatives to implants?
I got this one. I'm going to wear it
Well, you know,
tomorrow.
so that's what she's going to be throwing at you.
Oh,
Okay.
Festivus.
Okay.
No, we'll go down here to this other one.
And
That-
Grant said if
Remember
you
when he
guys
said
keep
that C was
teasing
angry
him,
that
he's
day,
not going to
my
warn you
friend?
guys.
I got that for you?
No,
Who?
you got me crazy.
Grantula. I call
What was it?
Grantula.
Remember what he said after that?
The
She was angry that day, my friend.
Is that where he said the fish?
No, he goes, like an old man
Sitting in a deli, sending back his cold soup. Like an old man in the deli, sending back his cold soup.
I was face to face with that fish, that big fish. Mammal.
Whatever.
That was one of the... I think that was one...
The sea was angry that day, my friends. So I reached into the belly of the beast, and I pulled out.
We need life insurance.
Is it a Titleist?
What?
One.
I like how they're just walking on the beach. Is anyone here a marine biologist?
No, Ethos is life insurance for people
He's
like
totally
us.
screwed. Oh, look, Assman.
Print, insurance jargon, those hidden fees.
Yeah, I pretty much hate all that stuff.
Of course you do. With Ethos, you
I don't remember this one. Here's to feeling good all the time.
So, Dr. Kelly, do you know that Mark has a very unique, you wouldn't
Oh, no.
unique talent?
I'm only about.
He can tell you where you
Let me
got
see your shoes. I'm only about 50-50 on women's.
Oh,
Very
stop.
nice shoes.
Yeah.
I don't like
I know where she got her shoes.
Oh, no, don't.
I know where you got your
He
shoes.
usually bets on this, like
Where?
lunch or free cleaning or...
Are we betting?
Lunch. We'll bet you lunch.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You got your shoes. You're going to be honest, right?
Wait, let me check the bottom, make sure I don't have my tag on.
No, there's no tag on it.
Okay.
You
I'm
got
gonna
your
be honest.
shoes
Yep.
on your feet.
Damn,
you
he
owe
did
me
the
lunch.
shoe thing again. Suzanne.
This is a horrible
Did he bet him lunch? Did you bet her lunch?
Yeah, of course I bet her
I'm
lunch.
officially saying you don't owe it.
Two lunches.
They are so bad. They do it so much, but look at their juvenile. They just
I'm
laugh.
so happy. Look at
Guess what they did to Dr. Kelly?
Dr. Kelly owes us lunch.
And they laugh like it's the first time, like little
free
kids.
cleaning.
They're sixth graders. They're
You
sixth
could have
graders.
added your mother some.
Bonnie,
right?
they're Bonnie right here.
It's more mature.
No.
Yeah, Miles is getting pretty mature, actually. I wanted to tell you that. He really is.
Oh, yeah.
He's turned out pretty cool.
No, he turned, boy.
I know.
I'll tell you, man, I had to drag him by the ears through 17
Isn't it funny
and 18.
how
Like
just
that girlfriend.
But my son, my problem with my son is he's too old. I mean, I can't believe he's only 12. He's freaking.
You're saying.
Hi, Tom Martino. Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Dennis, he hung up. He had a comment on company and hours and doing business. We were talking about aggregating things over a broader time span rather than cramming everything 9 to 5. And Jill, you have a question for Dr. Kelly, who is our dentist on referralist.com. Go ahead.
Hi. I just had a crown fall out, and it keeps falling out, and there's apparently not enough structure there to hold a crown, so they told me I had to get an implant. So I was wondering what the alternatives are to implants. And
Where's the tooth, by the way? I'm just curious.
It's kind of off to the right on top.
Front or back? Is it a molar?
No, it's kind of like in between the front and the back. It's not that noticeable.
Okay. Hi, Jill. It's Dr.
Hi.
Kelly. Hi. So is this a crown that you've had a long time that they kept trying to put back on?
They, I probably had it for about 3 years, and it keeps falling off.
And
That's not a long
They
time.
keep trying to re-cement it, and
Yeah.
because here's my
And
first.
They reconfigure it too. They do a new one too.
They do a new one. I wonder what type of crown it is, because sometimes the crown type, did they switch out using different crowns? Do you know?
They did. They did because they, for a while, were using a substance that they were having problems
She
with.
said there's not enough structure on the base.
Yeah, but I'm questioning first. I'm always super conservative because sometimes there's crown types that don't cement well. So I want to know everything. Like, I want to know if I can make this work with her without having to go through getting an implant. So I kind of
That'd be great.
How about this? Have you ever built up a crown, a base, with a cosmetic procedure instead of something that fits over?
Oh, well, you
Is it
always
too
have to
much?
do a crown, but see, I had this happen on my friend, a very back tooth. There wasn't much tooth structure, and we weren't sure if we were going to be able to do it, and I built the tooth up, and the crown has stayed on. So I always like to try
Yeah, that's a man. Can you build
Yeah.
up around? Is there any
can.
material that would bond to a tooth that you can actually build? You know, like I don't know, like
yes, a composite material. And
yeah, that you build it up
Yes.
first and then put the crown on that.
Yes, and they used to do post. I don't like doing a lot of posts. They go down into the tooth. I think sometimes you have to, but they can cause damage. But
So you can do a post as if it was an implant, but on the natural root.
You could. You'd have to do a root canal on that too.
Uh-huh.
But so, Jill, my first question is really rule out, and I haven't seen your mouth and your dentist. Maybe they tried everything they could. But, for me, for my patients, I really try to rule out, can I make this work?
What do you do for a second opinion? If she wanted one, how do you charge for that?
Oh, I do free consults for that.
Free second opinions.
Yes, free second opinion.
Okay, I would love to come in. If, could I have your number?
Yeah, sure. How do
you want this one? 720-240-4740.
Yeah, and you can come in for a free consult. And now if we find that you need to do something else, there's dental implants that you can do. We can also look at doing which dental implants are the gold standard. It really is a great way to go. You can do a bridge where you take that tooth out and you, instead of the dental implant, you put like a fake tooth in there that hooks to the teeth next to it. We have so many options that we could look at.
That'd be great.
Thanks, Jill.
Yeah, thank you.
Al, what is your question, Al? We'll try to squeeze it in here.
So, two things. I am a recent former patient of Dr. Lawson, and I can vouch he is 100% the real deal.
Oh, man, it's so cool, that new orthodontics.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, his practice is amazing. I didn't know if I could, straighten my teeth at my age, and he did it.
That's so great.
I have what he called peg teeth. And he, in conjunction with my dentist, who I really don't want to say who that is right now, the option is, what they're suggesting is veneers, but I just don't want to spend $10,000 when I just came out of orthodontic treatment.
Okay.
What are my other options of changing the shape of the tooth?
So the veneers are really the long-term option. Another one is that you could do, and I'd have to see you, but sometimes we can build the teeth up with dental composite that's tooth colored. Now this doesn't work for everybody because it can chip off if you grind your teeth a lot. I would have to see you. It won't last forever, but it definitely is a cheaper in-term option for you until you're ready to go with the veneers. Takes a little more maintenance, but it's definitely another option for you. And of course, I'd have to see you because
And that's another free consult.
Yeah, that's a free consult.
See,
I can look out.
You can't beat it, Al. I mean, free consultations. 720-240-4740. What about night guards? Are you a big believer in those for grinding?
I am a huge believer in night guards because I wear one myself. You can cause a lot of damage with that, with grinding and teeth wear, and you're going to save yourself money by using night guards.
And also jaw pain and headaches and everything.
Yes, I'm a huge believer. It's a preventative thing. It's an investment in your mouth.
We got more coming up. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. Don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. We'll take all of your calls within 5 minutes. How's it?
I got a question, Dr. Kelly. Switching dentists, can you go back and get your records from another dentist?
Oh, you better hand them over.
Yeah. You have no problem with that.
I think that's covered under HIPAA, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to sign a release.
She doesn't get them from horse dentists.
Veterinarians don't count.
Yeah, you have to sign a release, but we like to do that so we can compare what has happened over time.
Sure. Because I would say that's a big reason people do not like switching dentists.
It's a pain.
Yeah. Because of that.
Yeah. And we don't have to get records from before. If they're due for like a full set of x-rays, we can just start from new.
Oh, really? You don't look, history doesn't, you don't really...
Unless we need to, we could just start where we are. Because some people, they might feel embarrassed for leaving their dentist, or, you know what I mean? Like, asking for records. There's people that are like that.
So you can't go there and just say, hey, this is guy signing off. I would have to go there and say, hey, I need my record.
Yeah.
Do they send them to you, or will they give them right to you?
Most of them are digital now, so they would send them to us.
Remember Elaine?
Oh,
she couldn't get her chart.
The chart for the doctor.
Who was calling her in the middle of the night?
What?
Elaine.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Seinfeld.
On Seinfeld.
Which is like life.
He goes like this.
Seinfeld, you would love my husband. He would quote Seinfeld all day.
Oh, we know way more.
He's like, I never remember anything. He knows movie quotes, Seinfeld.
That is one thing. If you say all the different fake movies that they have on there, you know, I'll bet you there's 15.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Fake movies?
Fake movies, yeah. They just make up a movie.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
What was one of them? Prognosis negative.
Prognosis negative. Death Blow.
Death Blow. That's the one that he was trying to film. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Seinfeld's so funny.
It is good.
The group's general counsel, Chris Kobach,
Exaggerated way.
Rochelle the musical.
That makes us all feel better.
Sack Lunch.
Doreen.
Shuttle.
Wait,
Checkmate.
I know where we. You know why that name Doreen rang a bell with me? We helped that one woman, Doreen.
Oh God, she was a nightmare.
That's or Daphne said. She says, I had nightmares when I heard that name Doreen. I thought it was the same one.
Agent Zero.
Them off the show and
Brown-Eyed Girl. Chow Fun. Cupid's Revival.
Brown-Eyed Girl was
Pardon me, Tommy. A guy is a driver and couldn't hold, but he wanted to know if
Death Blow.
wanted to address
Cry
Has
Again.
she found that the app
Jerry
program
refuses
works
to
for
record a
men?
bootleg
Do
copy.
men's apps get fit?
Vincent.
Oh, he didn't hear it, and I did not.
We'll address it.
Well, she goes, what does she bring over to his house?
Thank
Like
you.
vodka, cigarettes,
Kelly, are you having
fireworks.
fun with the two children? I only got one other.
And who answers the door?
The shoe
His
drop.
mom.
Kelly, you have pictures of your kids? I love
They are.
Oh my God, look at all these. Blame It on the Rain. The Calzone episode. Means to an End. I remember that.
Pictures.
Cold Fusion.
They're so
The Muted
fun.
Heart.
Okay,
Yesterday
so here's
we
a great
went to-
trivia question. What movie, when Elaine wanted to go to sack lunch, did her boyfriend want to go?
Oh, that stupid one
We went to
everybody
Elix
loved.
yesterday.
The English Patient.
Very good.
She would go, oh! So she had to sit through it twice.
I just pictures of shit I don't know why.
Let's see what Sack Lunch
That
was
digs your
about.
mind. Finally.
Is that where the guy gets shrunk, probably?
First of all, this is my 13-year-old who is almost 6 feet tall. He just turned 13 in March. Is he still up?
How cute.
So I told him he has to let me hold
Leon's
him one
promise.
more
It's
time.
funny, you're right, man. There's a lot. Sack Lunch.
Remember that the Brown-Eyed Girl, that's one of them when he was movie phone.
I mean, that's a good
So you want to see
no, he's
Brown-Eyed Girl?
super handsome. You have how old?
Why don't you just tell me?
Well,
Look, this is my. This is
That was one of the funniest things.
Because he just doesn't think through. He's going to have no idea what tone is what. He just has no idea.
What
Why don't you just tell me what location?
Well, you know, they quit, you know, they used
my
to.
kids.
The cards, every number had a different
See, I got
tone.
married.
You know that?
Now showing an
When phone phones first came out, every tone was different.
Yeah, I know, but he couldn't tell the difference.
No, but they changed that, so now it goes like this, because imagine when digital.
Yeah, digital. No, back then, yeah, you could hear. In fact, I remember you could play different songs when I was a kid.
It's not a therapy line. It is.
I stayed home one day. I was probably sick. I might have been. I mean, I was home and my parents called me in, but I was in junior high. Dude, and I called all these restaurants, man, and I ordered food, not to be delivered, okay, but like, hey, we're gonna pick up, 18 pizzas.
This is her graduation.
And this is one of them called me back, and that's the first time I think I realized they somehow connected.
Of course, back then, I don't think they had caller ID. I think it was just do a reverse call. I think it was just God.
No, we had nothing to see it.
But I think you could do a reverse call from the original.
Oh, hit like whatever, pound or star, whatever. Oh, you know what? You're probably right. I think you can still do that.
It's a service to the phone company.
Here's my game.
Firestone.
Oh, yeah, they're all pretty. Oh my God, that's
And
right.
one of the scenes, a helicopter lands on top of a car.
Look how cute.
Oh, okay. What movie?
They all are.
What movie
Your
did
husband
George
must be handsome.
want to have his line?
My little girl.
He wanted to yell out his line. But the guy started with the
It was when the Flint
It's
blew
not
up.
what you call Hindenburg.
Was that the name of the movie?
I don't think it was the name of the movie. I don't know. But he went to it twice. That's gotta hurt! Okay.
And then the girls behind him were saying, oh, that guy's got a laser pen. Those are so funny.
Wait, here it is. No, wait. R-rated film. Kramer
It wasn't the school guy. It would have been, that would have been the movie that's no longer, the show that's no longer played on there.
Yeah, because of the
Puerto Rican Day.
The Puerto Rican Day. Which is so stupid. I have that at home. God, what would it be called, though?
Checkmate was another movie.
Very skinny. God, but which one is he?
I don't remember Cold Fusion.
Oh my God. What? Here, I'm just gonna go.
I love kids. I just love them.
They're so fun.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them. There is
Now I love her haircut. She got a haircut. I love her haircut. It used to be way
I do. I'm like a fun.
Oh, you see, yeah, but you do good photography though. Who did that, Sean?
My husband.
Yeah, that content's really. Did he? Is he like he does more than just snapshots? I see. See, with her haircut, I love her haircut now. It used to be.
0100 303 610
So,
Does she play sports?
yes.
What does she do?
Volleyball and basketball, and she's really good at volleyball. I love having this age, my age, because I'm settled. I got everything taken care of, so I have a lot of time for them. You know what I mean? I had my daughter at 51 because I'm 65.
Wow, you look so good.
You know what? I love having kids at this age. I wish I was maybe 5 years younger, maybe, but I'm fine. Hello, Tom Martino here. We have a fun show today.
And I promise you I'll get to your calls within 5 minutes. 303-713-TALK. That's my new deal. If I don't, you call us on it, okay? And what we'll do is have you come in and we buy you lunch. You become a common man. 303-713-8255. We got a question on Liberty Mutual. We have a question on an AB program. Dr. Kelly Lamoureux, she's with Avenue Dental Studio. And they're on a referral list at referralist.com. Dr. Kelly, half of the practice, Dr. Jerem, her husband, is the other half, and of course their employees. And Mark has gone there. Suzanne had some minor cosmetic stuff done. That I say minors, nothing's minor when it comes to the cosmetic stuff, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Most people probably didn't see her in person, never saw the minor flaws she had, and a discoloration from, I think it was it an injury?
Yes, Tom.
Yeah, an injury. And it was trauma to the tooth. And it was off color. And I knew that was the one thing that bothered her over the years, because she's worked with me for like 20 years or so. So I said, hey, let's check out this dentist. And I swear, it's amazing. So we're also talking about anything near and dear to your heart and pocketbook. And Michael wants to talk about Liberty Mutual Insurance. So go ahead. What's going on? Liberty, this is the one, Dan, they do a lot of advertising. Michael?
Yeah, hello?
They do a lot of advertising, and there's something inaccurate in their advertising, but unless you're from New York, you wouldn't know, or unless you've been there a lot. They have an image of all their people in front of the Statue of Liberty, and it's impossible to get that angle from looking over the water, and I'm sure they're superimposing it or something. Anyway, so what's going on, Michael?
I had homeowners insurance with them. My house burned down in 2016. They let me move back in 2018, and everything they repaired was screwed up.
Well, first of all, they don't repair anything.
I agree fully.
Well, they don't. They're an insurance company. So you're the one that had it repaired. So who did you hire to repair it?
Whoever they recommended.
Well, that's not them hiring them. That's you. You don't have to go with who they recommended.
I didn't. I went with Rescon in Colorado Springs, which in turn means they went bankrupt. And
okay, Michael, let's start. Hold on, I'm getting
okay.
You're getting ahead. So you hired a company called Rescon?
Negative.
Who did you hire? Who did you hire?
Really nobody. I just sat and waited for them to rebuild the house.
Okay, Michael, I will guarantee that you signed a contract with a contractor. I will guarantee it.
Okay, probably.
Who was it? I need to know the contractor that we're having a problem with, unless you like the way it was rebuilt. What are you calling about?
Rescon in Colorado Springs that went bankrupt.
Okay, are they the ones that rebuilt your house?
Correct.
Okay, are you saying Risk, R-I-S-K?
R-E-S-C-O-N.
Gotcha. Rescon did your was hired as the contractor, and how much did they say they would do the job for?
I do not know.
How do you hire a contractor and enter into a contract and not know the price?
Liberty told me that I have to use their contract.
Okay, Michael, I can't go back in time. I can't prove one way or another, but I'll guarantee you there's nothing in writing that says you hired Rescon because they told you you had to, nor is there anything in writing saying that they hired them. The way it works is this. You are covered. They recommend people. You can hire anyone you want. You sign the contract. You are responsible for any defects with this contractor unless the insurance company guarantees their work. Did Liberty say, if you use our people, the recommended people, we will guarantee the work?
They said they would warranty it for 5 years.
Okay. You mean Liberty Mutual would?
Yeah, whoever said that. So
okay, well, was it Liberty Mutual or was it Rescon that said they would do that?
I don't know that.
Okay, so what are the problems you're having?
After they let me move back in, there was holes in the roof, which the bathroom ceiling.
Did they fix it?
No.
Okay, so that's what I want to know. The problems that exist since you moved in that they will not fix, that you believe are under warranty. Tell me what they are. The roof still has holes in it to this day.
No, they did repair that.
That's what I'm asking. So I want to know what they did not repair. What problems still exist today?
All the new stuff like the flooring and...
What happened? You got to tell me the problems, Michael. The problem.
Okay. Everything that they put in was destroyed, so...
How was it destroyed?
Water damage.
So wait a minute. After you had the fire, they put everything in and it flooded?
Correct.
When did you have a flood?
Approximately 2018.
All right, so after you were living there, there was a flood. Was it from outside water flowing in or a pipe break or what?
The roof had a leak in it.
But a leak does not cause a flood, or did you say it came crashing down?
Correct.
Okay, so in 2018, there was a flood. Okay, so you're saying that there was a slow leak that built up in your ceiling?
Correct.
Ah, that can happen, and there was no way for you to know it, right?
Exactly. One day or night, or when they were coming out to check the roof, that's when the ceiling fell down.
Okay, so ceiling caved in. So that's going to be covered by your insurance too, right?
Yes.
So what are you calling about now?
I want to get even or cancel Liberty Mutual.
Well, that's going to be very difficult with two claims. You have fire and flood within a 5-year period. It's going to be almost impossible to find another carrier. Why wouldn't you just stay with them?
Because they're dishonest and crooks.
Okay, so after this claim is all taken care of, that's when you switch. But
correct.
But is it all taken care of? It happened in 2018. Is it all taken care of?
No.
How much? What's not taken care of?
All the flooring in the living room, dining room.
What about it? Are they replacing it?
No.
Why?
they say that, I don't know, they just,
okay.
They
Michael,
quit answering the phone.
Michael, here's what I need you to do.
Sure.
You will be so happy with me, you're going to want to buy me dinner and flowers, okay? Here's what you're going to, but I'm not going to let you kiss me. Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to write me a thank you card. You're going to hire Paragon, Paragon Services, and that's a public adjuster. It won't cost you any money from what you collected, but it will, you will pay a small 10% commission to them on everything extra they get you. And I promise you, Michael, you will be astounded at how much money you get to get these things fixed. And you will not have to use Liberty Mutual to get them fixed. Okay?
Sure.
Now,
I'm ready.
Suzanne,
I'm ready for the phone number.
Suzanne is going to give you the number when we're finished to Paragon Services and Matt. And you will go crazy when you see how he eats them up and spits them out.
I can't emphasize enough why anybody that has any claim on anything doesn't call a public adjuster after they get the initial amount.
It's amazing. You're right. Now hold on, Michael. I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna hold on for a sec. Hold on. Compass Insurance will tell you how to cancel, or if you can cancel, or what's the best thing to do to transfer out of one company to another after multiple claims.
This report is sponsored by
Fix It 24/7 Long for new homes.
Big delays on the north end of town due to a crash being cleared on the southbound side of I-25 approaching Thornton Parkway. Left 2 lanes remain blocked. Solid backups on that stretch, so watch out for that. Also on the east side of town, eastbound I-70, a bit heavy between Tower and Colfax. A couple of lanes blocked for road marking operations there. Off highway, a couple of accidents. One on the southbound side of Sheridan at 38th.
Fix it, Long.
And an auto bicycle accident at 14th and Grant if you can avoid the area. The weather forecast
in 20 seconds.
With a high near 70. Tonight, thunderstorms early, then cloudy overnight, a low of 45. Right now, a few clouds and 63. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30, K-How.
Join the grand opening of the Outlook Community Center at Whispering Pines, Southeast Aurora's best-kept secret for new homes starting in the 400s. Tour the models and register to win a getaway to Devil's Thumb Ranch. Stop by Saturday, June 1st from 10 to 3. Go to lifeinthepines.co.com.
FixMyHome.com should come to your mind when anything happens with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. You have really good people, and you have the $39 people, and that means for $39 they'll find any problem in your home with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains. And it takes a long time to find a problem. That's why they put a cap on it, $39. And even better, when they find the problem, they'll fix it. They'll give you a price up front, and they'll subtract the $39, so the call becomes free if you do the work, and you'll never get better value and better people than Fix It 24/7. I use them at my home multiple times, $39. It's predictable, it's safe, because they have a 100% satisfaction guaranteed. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
Whether you're dating or looking for a job or just wanting to feel younger, for guys it's really important to have the best head of hair you can. Now for lots of guys, including me, the issue was losing hair toward the front or top of your head while still having plenty on the back and sides. And
did your old man ever go bald?
And the NeoGraft hair restoration
No, he
procedure
got
can
a
help you like it helps
receding
me,
hairline.
to make me or at least my hair.
But
look a
I got my
decade,
hair
maybe
from
2
my
decades
full
younger.
side,
Learn
my
more
mom's
at Denver
side.
Hair Restoration.
My grandfather on my dad's side, was completely bald. My dad's dad was completely bald, but on the other side, I don't remember any hair loss. I don't think I'll have any issue. I've got a natural part back here.
Trusts and probate or simple wills. He can help take the fight.
Say, I part it the same way Tom does.
You could wear a harmonica. What do you call that? What is that?
I need a haircut.
I got to call and ask my mom. She'll know.
I need a freaking haircut.
My mom just converted to Judaism.
Really?
So he's half Jew.
Judaism.
Judaism.
Not Judaism, Judaism.
Judaism.
No, she's not quite converted, but she'll be converted really shortly.
Is it someone she's dating or her choice? Or
No.
Could be.
Yeah, we don't know.
She hasn't told my dad, but you know what?
She might just be
Shit might be
his
going
job.
down.
He's been working. He's been
Because your dad is not? He's not converting your dad?
No. So I was born Catholic. I was baptized Catholic. I went through Methodist, is where I did my confirmation at 13 years old. Then I was Lutheran. Then we were, what's the one that's nothing? Unitarian. I was Unitarian for a little bit.
Wow.
I've been at all.
So now you don't go to church, I bet.
I bet I don't. I've seen every side of every church.
I know. That's probably very fascinating.
The most boring, by far, is Catholicism as a kid. Oh my God, those ceremonies never stop.
Oh, I bet. So
Conversations are
long.
simple, straightforward, and honest. Let them
I have
answer
a-
your questions and help you identify the right
Go ahead.
Strict rule.
for your
Yeah, it is.
retirement needs. Call them
Not
today
to
at
criticize
303-695-7000.
Really? So you love Scientology?
I did not say
You
that.
embrace it?
Not to
That's a good
criticize.
rule,
I didn't
though.
say embrace. I said not to criticize.
Okay, well.
Including every one of them.
Yeah.
Because,
Everyone.
because people have a right to their belief. That's
You know what? I'm actually an ordained minister, so you better not criticize my religion. I call it majorism.
Go ahead.
Maybe your dad should.
You can ask Suzanne. Hey, who am I ordained with when I got my ministry
Don't even
license?
remember.
Universal Life Church.
Universal Life.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303 Troubleshooter 303-713-TALK. Okay, so here's what happened. Michael is with Liberty Mutual Insurance. He had a fire in 2016. He moves in 2017. In 2018 has a flood. Well, it's not really a flood. I don't know how they would classify it. His ceiling caved in from a slow leak from the roof after years and years. He says it was because they didn't do the repairs correctly. So now he has a flood, and he's having that fixed. He's just pissed off. He doesn't like Liberty Mutual. Now, he doesn't like Liberty Mutual for a number of questions. So I'm going to ask Brian Burns of Compass Insurance Group, our insurance experts, to answer a few questions. Again, they're our experts, not involved in this. So, Brian.
Yeah.
Michael claims that Liberty Mutual Insurance said he must use their contractor.
Yeah, that should not be the case. No, insurance companies cannot require you to go to a certain contractor.
Right. So that, I think he's mistaken. I think what they said is if you want us to guarantee this and do this and do
some longer warranty or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a
They have
5-year
preferred
warranty.
contractors, which I understand that part, but you cannot be forced to go to a certain contractor.
Now, Michael is not pleased, of course, with the work that happened, but then he says this slow leak caused another loss, but they're taking care of the loss. So far he's being taken care of. So he's not calling about the actual repairs right now. Well, that's some of it, but that's separate. He wants to know, how does he get away from Liberty Mutual? And I told him, oh my God, you had 2 major losses within 5 years. It might be difficult. Will it?
It will be difficult. And is the claim still open right now?
Michael?
What? Or pardon me?
Is your claim still open for the water?
Yeah, and many others from previous things in the house.
What do you mean many others? Not other separate claims, right?
Yeah. They were, one was for the basement flooded because of a water line. They never finished that. And
What
so
else?
on and so forth.
How many actual insurance claims did you put in? Actual claims?
I'm guessing probably 4.
The fire?
Yeah.
The basement?
Yeah.
The attic?
Yeah.
What else?
A tree falling down in the front yard into the street.
You're never going to get another. I'm going to tell you, we'll never find another policy. In fact, can't they cancel him, Brian?
Yeah, they can non-renew him, which may happen.
When is your policy up?
It already ran out because of non-payment, because I was trying to live
so you have
normal.
You have 4 losses, 1, 2, 3, plus a lapse. You will never be insured again.
Correct.
So, is your house paid for?
No, it's got a reverse mortgage on it right now.
Your reverse mortgage is going to be called.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have enough to pay off your house?
No.
Michael,
this is a big problem, man.
Michael, you don't seem to realize how serious this problem is. First of all, by letting your insurance lapse, that's the wrong thing, bro.
I agree fully, but that's why I called you.
He really needs to get a public adjuster in there before this thing's completely done.
They're still, even though the insurance policy lapsed, Brian, they still have to fix the other stuff, right?
Yeah, if he had insurance on the date that those losses occurred, but I mean, and Mark's right, that's a big deal. I think the bigger deal is getting insurance again, because you're in a world of trouble right now because, like you said, you're going to get called on this loan.
Mike, Mike, you have to call our public adjuster, Paragon, on the referral list at referrallist.com. We'll get you that. You have to call him and extract as much money as possible out of these losses.
And then call Matt and Brian over there at Compass, and man, hopefully they can get you something.
But Matt, really, honest to God, if he calls you and he tells you he has 4 claims and he lapsed, do you have anyone that would carry him?
It'd be a surplus line. Yeah, I've got a couple carriers.
And how much would it cost?
I mean, I don't have any information for him.
What is your house worth, roughly? Just give me an idea, Michael. What's your house worth?
I'm in Columbine, where the shooting was, and approximately, to me, it's $500,000.
I mean, how much is your reverse loan?
Probably 50 to 100.
That's all you got out? Do you have a line of credit?
No. Well, I do, but it's not. How do you say?
You didn't draw it up. You didn't draw it out yet. It's just sitting there, your line of credit, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Now, Brian, a home about $500,000 in the Columbine area. I'm not asking for a hard quote. I'm asking you with a high-risk client.
Yeah, you're looking at going to be probably $4,000 or more a year.
I think it would be more. I thought it would be more than that.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, as you can imagine, insurance score, which is a credit-based model, is I'm guessing his credit probably isn't great with all the problems he's dealing with right now. But so it may be higher than that. But I would say that would be a floor.
Now listen, Michael, are you prepared? You know, you have to do this. Are you prepared to get a policy that will cost that much? Are you going to be able to pay it?
Yeah, eventually. Currently, the reverse mortgage is paying for my insurance in the meantime.
Yeah, they're taking it out of a draw. It's called forced insurance.
Correct.
But that's not. That's good. Do you know how much they're taking out for that?
Approximately $2,000.
A year?
Month.
Oh! Wow.
You got to call. You got to make calls like this second you hang up, bro.
Michael, you are going to take care of stuff, right? When you get off the phone.
You got it. All I need is phone numbers.
The first thing you're going to do is what? The public adjuster, right?
Okay.
The second thing, Compass Insurance. Okay.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you got to do this, Michael. They're charging you $24,000 a year for insurance.
And that doesn't cover any of his contents. It doesn't cover his liability. That is purely dwelling coverage.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. How old are you, Michael?
64.
Okay.
He's younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a year.
And you don't have, Michael, and I'm not saying this, honest to God, to put you down, you don't have any learning disabilities, right?
Negative.
Okay.
I was in the HVA system or whatever for my whole life.
Okay. I'm not saying you're stupid or anything. I was just saying that these are really bad mistakes, and that's why I was asking if you had any learning disabilities or need other help. It wasn't meant, you know, because I don't know you.
Right.
Okay, so hold on. Suzanne, take care of him. Brian, would this be one of the worst scenarios for getting people insurance that you've come across in a while?
It's a tricky one, that's for sure. 4 claims is a tough one. I guess whenever I actually pull everything and are able to see it, I can give you an update on it.
And I would love for you to tell us pricing when you do. We'll get his permission.
I'm afraid I put that floor too low, but let's see. I'll give you an update.
What's the worst case scenario you've ever insured? How much do you recall?
Well, I mean,
not for something that should be expensive because it's big.
Right,
I'm talking about because of risk.
Probably my kid.
I had one that had 2 fire losses in a town class 10, which means it's over 5 miles from a fire department, and it was about a $250,000 dwelling, and it was $12,000.
Oh my God! Wow.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I bet he got so fucked on that reverse mortgage because of his age. I'm assuming he took it out right at 62, which is going to put him at what? Maybe you got to have 70% equity. He gets maybe gets to pull out 30% of his equity.
He needs to do a conventional though.
Or probably has no income.
He probably couldn't qualify.
It's probably his only thing. It's that Social Security doesn't sound like he used to be an HVAC.
$2,000 a month for that insurance. That probably includes taxes too. I bet that includes taxes too.
That's according to a survey conducted by the American.
There's no way. It's $24,000 a year.
Tax is going to be there $3,000 at the most.
Don't mess with.
I don't know.
The metal fans suing video game companies 3D realms for copy.
That's no. There's $21,000 a year in insurance.
Well, what do they got to keep up? They got to keep up taxes, insurance, what else?
I'm Steve Rappaport.
The property itself. Maintenance.
It's happening to you.
Seems like it's falling apart.
That'll get him a shitload of money, and none of it matters.
The other can't sleep. But now,
how much here's what it is, though.
I think he'll spend it
slowly.
Yeah, I know, but it's because
Mark,
it's fine. It's because of
he should mitigate his losses.
No, I'm saying, but he didn't see it. Although it's weird, the second someone gets up on his roof,
that's what they say. You got to mitigate your losses.
Big delays on the north end of town due to a crash.
Doc, you got a few minutes to meet afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it downstairs.
Lanes remain blocked, solid backups on that stretch, so watch out for that. Also on the
Why would it Uber be?
I-70, a bit heavy between Tower and Colfax. A couple of lanes blocked for road marking operations there. Off highway, a couple of accidents. One on the southbound side of Sheridan at 38th to watch out for.
I wonder how many people have a reverse mortgage, and let's say it's on the wife, but the husband is also on there. One of them kicks, and they simply kind of bury him out back and stay there forever. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're allowed to stay there.
Okay, they both kick and the kid stays.
Okay, then that's something.
Do you think that shit happens? How about one of them dies and they continue to cash Social Security? Like all the time, you think?
It happens. I don't know all the time.
That guy had a kid in a lunchroom at that Columbine shooting.
Oh, did he
I
really?
said, how are your kids today? He said, still screwed up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I told you, man, one of my employees, his kid had fucked their family up forever.
And you cracked me up with the age thing. Oh, a year older.
Isn't it funny how Tom comes off like so much younger, but that guy's younger?
Even my kids, they think 40 and over is super old. They're like, really? He's 60-something? We thought he was 40. I'm like...
You're like, oh.
That's because they're used to people in their 60s like Dan.
I didn't know. We were chumming up on Ross this morning. I didn't know he was 53.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
52, but it's 50.
I don't know. Is it his 50?
Same. So crazy. Age is just a number. It's all the hormones.
This guy wants to know, my 9-year-old daughter needs spacers installed where she is missing a lower molar.
Yeah.
Do they do
Getting
this?
a call from, look,
Yeah, we can do that.
Egypt.
That gentleman had a son in the lunchroom at the Columbine shooting.
Yeah.
But the next thing is, you crushed appliances on Bellevue?
Hello.
You did?
What? What did he do?
Crushed. We had a crush day for if you were pissed off
The guy
at
said
it.
the first time.
Are we? Is this us?
God, I hope not. Of course.
Oh, there it is. The guy.
Here's what happened.
The guy said the first time I trusted Tom is when he crushed appliances on Bellevue in Santa Fe or something.
What does that mean?
Okay, here's what happened. There was something I hated.
What was it?
I don't know.
A person?
Something I hated. Something.
Like a VCR.
In my house, yeah. And I took it out to a parking lot, and I hired a steamroller, a giant steamroller.
Oh, to crush it.
And a monster truck. And then I said, you know what, as long as I'm going out there, I invite my listeners to bring what they hate.
You did it.
Did you do a news story on it?
Yeah.
What'd you do with the trash?
How do we get some of that old shit, man?
There was a guy who came and picked it up.
How do we get that old shit? Would 4 or 7 give it?
I looked for that, and I don't have it. I have a lot of old stuff. I already own.
But, for example, wouldn't Fox have everything you did? I'm not saying they give it to you, but
Yeah,
don't
they
they have it?
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay. What is going on, Margot? What's happening? Margot?
Tomas, how are you?
Good. What's going on with you?
I have a landline telephone, but my question is, okay, I'm trying to track down the individual that I haven't employed for 4 or 5 years, and either this guy has retired or he has a cell phone. Is there...
Now, what are you looking for this person to do?
Okay. He is a specialist in ultrasonic cleaning of mini blinds, shades, and verticals.
Okay, and he did a great job for you in the past?
Fantastic. And
how did he do it? What did the machine look like? I'm curious.
Oh, the thing is, he pulls up, he has a van, and in the back of the van is an industrial type of bathtub. It's huge.
Yeah.
Okay. He fills it up with water from my kitchen sink and adds whatever it is.
Yeah.
He adds.
Yeah.
And then he takes my blinds down and washes them individually in this oversized bathtub.
Right. And by heat, it's vibration. Vibration does it. Just like you do dentures and jewelry.
Yeah.
What did he charge you to do it? Was he fair priced?
Well, I thought so.
Okay, he's out of business, but I'm sure there are
Tom,
others.
I looked it all up for her. He's closed.
He is closed. Okay. I guess I was hoping.
I'm looking up on the internet ultrasonic cleaning of blinds, Denver.
Bless you, my child.
And there might be people who do it. I mean,
are you finding anything?
I saw some, but not in Denver. That's
I wonder if Excel Services does it.
Excel.
That's a good point. Call Jim at Excel Cleaning Services or Excel Services. They're great people. I'm looking here. Hold on. Janitorial expenses, environmental. No, I was looking for ultrasonic and can't find it.
I don't think if they did it properly, who cares how it's done, right? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Well, yeah, but okay.
No, you do care because
Why?
Your house stays in shape and each blind is taken down and
it's very difficult to clean blinds. Very difficult.
But the thing is, this system really worked, and he was so good. And
yeah, I hear it. I hear you. But we'll find somebody. I really, I think we can. Okay, now blind cleaning service in Denver. I don't know them from anywhere. They're in Littleton. I just found it. It says our ultrasonic cleaning can transform your old or dirty blinds into new again, or like new again. We clean even silhouette and other blinds. They have this giant vat, but they take them to their shop and does it. They do it.
Oh.
And in fact, there's a 1/2 off coupon for one blind or shade, up to $25. And you look at this is a website, but it looks legit. It's called The Blind Spot.
The Blind Spot?
Yeah, and it has a 303-9. Listen, I want to make this clear, folks. These are not on my referral list. Maybe I should get them on there. But they're not on the referral list. We should call them, whoever wants to do that, and find out. In fact, Suzanne, let's call The Blind Spot and see. They must come and pick them up and deliver them. Hold on one sec. Let's talk to Jim Saxon at Excel Services. I had the most extraordinary deep cleaning done of this house I bought that I've never seen such a great job ever. I'm telling you. They were like worker bees. And so, Jim, what about have you heard of ultrasonic cleaning of blinds?
Yep, I'm familiar with it. I know the routine. I know what it entails.
But you guys don't do it?
Well, we're old school, Tom. So we don't remove the blind from the home and take it to our warehouse. We would actually clean the blind on site. We would use a damp cloth with a mild dish detergent and water, and we would clean each individual slat by hand.
You know, she sounds like a stickler for some reason for this specific method, and I'm not saying, by the way, you need it, but look, my blinds look perfect, and also my shutters. Margot, are you willing to try something else or not? Or you can call this other spot the blind spot, but these guys just do cleaning on site. They don't take them down. They don't have to do anything like that. They just come in and do them.
You know, I've cleaned by hand myself, and that is definitely, I felt like I worked really hard at cleaning, but it just doesn't really get the job out.
Eventually they'll fade anyhow, right?
Like every crack and crevice. I don't know what you mean, Margot, but listen, we're going to give you, hold on, Jim, we're going to give you the name, the blind spot. These people come unrecommended as far as the referral is. But, Jim, at Excel, another question for you. Can people hire you just for a specific job? Like, for example, if she wanted you to come in and do just all the blinds, you would do that?
Of course. And I would come out, I would do a bid beforehand, get an idea of the scope of the work, and then price it out accordingly. And so, Tom, are these blinds, are they wood blinds? Are they shutters? Are they
Let's find out. Margot, what kind of blinds are they?
They're mini blinds.
Okay,
I mean, popular
like the little aluminum mini blind.
Perfect, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, Tom, I hate to take business away from myself, but I would tell her that there is a possibility that it may be advantageous to her to purchase new blinds. Mini blinds of that half-inch diameter blind are very inexpensive, and that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well.
Yeah. You know what? So here's what we'll do. We'll see what this other place tells her, and she'll call them. And, Jim, it's good to know, though, that you guys will do any individual job. You'll do a deep clean. You'll do regular cleanings. You'll do semi-regular cleanings. Basically, you have a menu of services that the consumer can choose what they want and how often they want it.
That is correct, Tom.
I mean, how do you beat that, right? And I know Mark and Suzanne use you guys. I use you. We all use you. 303.
My neighbors use them.
Yeah.
I want to see what he can do. I need to. I have so many kids.
If you want a great cleaner, you will never do better than
he changes diapers.
No.
Perfect.
But hold on. They do gutters and they do windows and they do anything you want.
Okay.
They even do painting and stuff like touch-up.
Yeah, walls. My kids can't walk straight.
You know,
they have to hold on to the walls.
Jim, you guys clean walls, right?
What do you do?
We do. Absolutely, Tom.
Well, he does light painting and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, but sometimes
drywall repair.
Yeah, they do it all. They really
garage door staining, like touching up staining.
Absolutely.
Oh.
You know, he's right though. Mini blinds. If they're what I'm envisioning, these things are $15 to $25 depending on the size. It's got to cost way more to have them cleaned.
By the time you order them custom and have them installed, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
But you're right.
She might like them, too. She might like her one if she has them.
So, by the way, Excel Services, I call them Excel Cleaning Services, but they're Excel Services for anything you want and for whatever interval you want. 303-649-1552. 649-1552. And Ben's got a suggestion. What's your suggestion, Ben?
Tom, we used these guys a couple years ago, and they did a great job on our blinds.
Who?
It is called VUE, Window Cleaning.
And they did your blinds?
They did our blinds. They didn't take them down. They spent almost 19 windows. They spent almost 3 hours, and it was under $200, and they did a fabulous job.
Wow.
Well, thank you. You know, Mark, we got to start looking into these services for the referral list, especially the blind stuff. These are categories we don't think about until we get a call, so it's a good thing to write down. I'd like to know what the blind spot. I mean, they come get them, take them to their factory, put them in ultrasound, take them back, and reinstall them. Now, I don't see anything. I'm looking for their ratings here. Accredited BBB means nothing to me. I don't know. In fact, Mark, did you have them, the blind spot?
I'm looking at that one he just said, View.
I'll love that name, the blind spot. It's so great.
We have more coming up.
This report is sponsored by Home Depot. Got a couple of crashes popping up.
I want you to see particularly why I want you to look at it. And we need to do.
I can already guess. First floor.
Yeah. Get on that.
Isn't that funny how we...
Get on that.
I'm shocked.
We'll kill for these people.
Where do you see that, then?
Thebblindspot.biz.
You know what? It's because they sell blinds, too. They sell a shitload of blinds. That's good. I was sitting there going, how could a company survive on that?
Yeah, that's probably
Okay, it was .biz / a bunch of other stuff on their site, but
yeah, I got you.
I wanna get them on.
That's careers.homedepot.com. The Home Depot is an equal opportunity male, female, veteran, disabled employer.
There's no pressure to go to a seminar about stem cells and ask questions and listen and watch. You'll learn so much. If you have any discomfort, arthritis, a bad joint, if you need stem cell therapy instead of surgery, let them decide. They will honestly recommend surgery if you need it, or alternative treatments. The point is they're doctors, so they know what you need. I mean, really, and so they won't push stem cell therapy, but the good news is they have it available as an alternative to surgery. Centeno Schultz, they have a string of clinics called Regenex, where you go to the mothership in DTC or in Broomfield. Centeno Schultz, 303-963-9201, thestemcellexperts.com. Is that office across the street expensive? Is the square footage over there?
It's more affordable than you think.
How much is it?
Do you know how much triple net?
It includes, they clean it every day. I pay $52 a month, $5,200, and my square footage is 24. That includes.
I thought it was bigger than that.
They clean it.
You have to. No.
It includes trash, right?
Windows, trash, heating,
taxes, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, there is a yearly maintenance fee that's like $300 or $400.
A month or a year?
A year.
Okay, that's 5,200 divided by 2,400.
It's way cheaper than.
That's not possible.
How much is it?
$216 a foot.
I mean, my husband knows. He went through all that. It was so affordable.
It could have been, man. I mean,
so do they have little offices?
When did you move in there?
We leased it 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago.
I'd love to. You know what I'd love to do? I would love to manage a little condo where people come in and have space, and then we have a central. Hi, Tom Martino. Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Phil's got a comment on an ultrasonic ultrasound for blind cleaning. Go ahead, Phil.
Hey, Tom. I used to do mobile ultrasonic blind cleaning all around the Denver area for a number of years. I had a business. I brought it from Ohio.
You might be the one she was talking about.
I probably am, because I was really the only one doing it. The reason that I stopped doing it is the liability like a silhouette blind is about $350. You mess up one silhouette blind and you blow the whole job. So I geared toward commercial, doing office buildings and that, just the regular mini blinds, which are less expensive. But when you get into residential, a lot of those blinds are very expensive and the liability is high. And an ultrasonic can blow a blind. You can take the paint right off of the blind.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah,
So-
it works extremely well.
Did you ruin any of them in your career?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple that the paint came completely off, and I had to buy the blinds.
That sucks.
They clean the cord, they clean the whole thing. It's an amazing process, but like I said, you can end up leaving a job owing money.
How much does that equipment cost?
A tank is anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000.
Wow. And how do you mount it remotely? Does it work?
It rolls around, and I wheeled it into I had a big, like a budget rent a truck that I bought and converted. And you need hot water, so you have to have propane and the whole deal. It's a process, and it's a money maker. But like I said, there's also liability, and the commercial cleaning out here, they do it differently. They do it like that guy was talking about. They walk around with a wet towel, which nothing against that guy, but that doesn't clean a blind.
Now hold on. What about when you have this system that you're talking about? I mean, taking off the paint, is it only on the older ones?
Yeah, you never know. It'll depend on the quality of the blind, and it's not going to take the paint off every blind, but it can happen. And and then you got a very upset customer when they're looking at a stainless steel blind on their window.
Dang, too bad there wasn't a way to have a disclaimer for that. Saying, look, or you take out a slat or chest.
Yeah, you still end up pissing off every single one of them.
How frequent is that situation, though?
When I did it commercially, I did it every 6 months.
No, how frequent is the paint coming off? Is it a common thing that happens?
Rare, very rare.
Okay.
But it can happen. And see, the other thing is, like a silhouette blind, a nice Hunter Douglas silhouette blind, that's $300-400. And they can, just taking them down, they're such fragile plastic, just mounting and unmounting.
And do most of them have silhouettes?
A lot of, the nicer homes do. Yeah. And the thing is that the mounting hardware is very fragile, and you break one of those, and that's the blind. There's a lot of liability involved in it. That's why people don't want to do it.
And what did you do after that?
I was doing it as a side thing. I worked at the golf course.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Actually, I'm looking for a job.
Ah, you sound very industrious. So
done a lot of things.
Be listening to the show. Somebody might call and say, who is that guy? I want to get him. 303-713-8255. Okay, so we have some emails. Dr. Kelly, do you do sleep dentistry?
I do not do sleep dentistry.
Now, there's some controversy in sleep dentistry.
Yes.
I use an appliance and I like it.
Uh-huh.
Now, what is the controversy?
The controversy is that the ear, nose, and throat say that the CPAC is more effective. That they say only a small percentage of people can benefit from a sleep dentistry appliance.
A CPAP is absolutely more effective. You can see it, but the problem is no one uses them after they buy them. Very few do.
Or how about traveling?
They're really uncomfortable. They've come a long way.
You look like an astronaut, and you're
do.
sleeping in bed. Hello, honey. Really.
They've come a long ways. They're a lot quieter now. And here's the thing. Sleep apnea is a real serious thing. It leads to heart attacks, obesity. But not everybody, the appliance doesn't work all the time either. But it's great for travel, so I think a combo of both is good. But for me, the CPAC, dentists make a lot of money off sleep dentistry. Oh, yeah. But I want to give my patients what works. And what works for me is a CPAC first and foremost. And maybe have a sleep appliance. It works too, but use that as a second line of defense. If you're not going to wear your CPAC, you need something. Go with the dental sleep appliance. But I am a firm believer in a CPAC. as a first line.
I wonder how many people have the appliance, or not the appliance, I'm sorry, the CPAP, and never use it.
I think it's CPAP, P-A-P. I'm looking.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
Okay, so so many people, Mark, I looked it up one time, and they said it was like the #1 medical thing that is not used. In other words, such a high percentage start out using it and then end up not using it, and you can't sell it because it's prescription based, and eBay won't let you, or they didn't at one time.
The fact is they're uncomfortable. They've come a long ways, but I think they need to come even further.
And they have the cannula, but I don't know how the cannula can work, the no mask thing.
Yeah.
Just the cannula?
Yeah, I know a few patients that use that. I think it's limited people that can benefit from that.
And, you know, without getting too personal and my age and all that crap, having a CPAP could be inconvenient because I don't sleep through the night. And I don't have to, you know, and I think every man is going to be saying, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
If you're over, what, 50, you're gonna know what I mean. And so that, you know, putting it on and off, and really when I did it and tried it years ago, it was extraordinarily cumbersome.
Yeah, but when you lost weight years ago, that was probably your main problem.
No, it helped a lot. It helped a lot, but it didn't go away. And the way I know is because I can tell when I wake up, and sometimes it's just a little start. But sometimes, Mark, honest to God, it takes me like 3 seconds to recover when I wake up because it scares the living hell out of you if I don't wear that mouthpiece. And I notice a difference. When I wear the mouthpiece, I don't start awake. And that start awake can sometimes affect your dreams, and you think you're just having nightmares, but you really can't breathe, and you don't know what it is when you wake up. You don't know until you say, oh, it's that, you know, because you start, all of a sudden you're disoriented. I mean, I really have stoppages sometimes, you know, and with this mouthpiece I don't. But if I forget it, I'm screwed.
We need to look into Keyman Insurance.
So, no sleep dentistry, you do cosmetic dentistry, you do implants, you do general dentistry.
Family dentistry.
Family dentistry, that's a big thing, pediatric dentistry, because you don't need a special dentist necessarily, do you, for kids?
No, and I'm very careful with the kids I work with because I know those first dental experience can impact them for their whole lives. So. And
then I had an email here about the reverse mortgage that man had. I think he took it out too young, personally. And one of the things I want to note is with approval reverse mortgage, they won't just put you in one if they don't think it's a good idea. They only put you in it if they think it'll help you, and they analyze and actually give you counseling, financial counseling, before they do it. Now, it's not a long, involved process, but wouldn't you rather be told, yes, you're a good candidate, or maybe a regular loan might help you here if you just need this to get over the hump? They also have lines of credit, approvalreverse.com. That's Joan Sullivan, 303-771-3528. And so I want to give out your number, and I don't have the paper in front of me, so give it out.
It's 720-240-4740.
Don't forget her Instagram, Dr. Kelly Fit Mom of 4. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and all over the place for podcasts.
All right, my husband told me the lease.
To what?
My lease over there. 25 full service lease for $24 square foot. That'd be equivalent to a triple net of $14 per square foot and $10 square foot for Cam.
So it's 25.
I don't know all that.
It's 24. It's 24 triple with everything included.
The triple, yep.
That's 24 a year is how they do that. So it would be 24,000. If we got 1,000 feet, it'd be 24,000 a year. It would be 24,000 a year. So it would be 2,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you